Hey, looks like I'm alive. Link should already be in the chat and pinned at the top. This is basically just a end of the year live that I decided and posted up this morning that I had nothing else to do this evening. I'm home with the dogs and the cats.
Hey, looks like I'm alive.
Oh, okay. My TV's way far behind me. There we go. Get some adjusting done here. It's been a busy day today. No problem, Mach 1. See you in a few. Anyway, so been an interesting day today. I tried to get some stuff done. I actually got a video filmed and got it uploaded just a few minutes ago. I'm not taking it live till tomorrow, but I still have to do some editing on it inside YouTube. What's up, Funky? Choppers rule. Nice to have you. And I'll have to thank Mike One when he comes back. Stupid Fast, how's it going? 2 videos. You're better than me, Funky. I didn't have time to do 2. I had to deal with my dogs half the day. And they require a lot of my time, unfortunately. It's like having kids, I tell you. So you're in Australia. Are you already past New Year's? I don't remember how far ahead you are. Australia, one of the few countries that I really, really wanted to go to and have never been able to. And the 2 times I almost went, both got canceled. So one with the Army and one with my last job. Hey, Barbecue Mike. Okay, you're that far ahead. What's up, T? So the I think the link's pinned at the top. So if anybody wants to join in, just 4 banger. East Coast Ken still in here, yeah. Yeah, but doing a Instagram, Facebook Reel, and a TikTok, isn't that just one video being put out to all 3 places? Well, I'm doing okay. The one thing I probably need to do is go take some of the shorts I've made for YouTube and download them and then upload them to TikTok, because I never do. I don't usually put them anywhere other than YouTube. So yeah, it's just been busy. I got some work done on the car today. Took it for a drive after I got the install done, and it's pretty nice. I actually like the feel of it a lot better now. But it was a hard setup to do, because yesterday I got the car jacked up and got my cameras out there and everything ready to do it, and the tools I needed. And then today I was actually able to film it, because I don't have the time to go back and forth like I do when my wife's home, because she watches the dogs. If she's here watching the dogs, with all this time off, I'd have been able to get a few videos done. I had another one I wanted to get done, but I'll try and do it tomorrow. But it's one that I don't want to rush at all, because it involves drilling through paint, and I don't want to screw anything up. So everybody ready for New Year's? Which to me just means Sunday. I don't usually do anything. I haven't done anything for New Year's in forever. Oh, and there's my wife. She popped in here. Hi, Colleen. So, but I'm kind of running out of things to talk about my day to day. So if anybody else has a question or wants to say anything, please do. And again, I'm going to check. Is there a link? There is a link. Okay. Oh, on duty at 3:45 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, I drink all the time, but so no different. I've got some messages coming in. Oh, nice. I just got a text from Ford Blue with his wheels. They look pretty sweet. I like them. Here, I'm That's nice. Well, can't wait to see his cars in action. Hey, Ford Blue, I just got your message. Did you want me to show the picture? Well, have a good day, Chappers Rule. Thanks for coming in. So that's the picture of the wheels, the ones we saw him working on the other day. Turned out really nice. Yeah, you're lazy. Ford Blue, you are the exact opposite of lazy. You make me tired watching you work. So Sublime went off to his family's house, didn't he, tonight? Where'd Mark go? Is he still over at Mach 1's channel, or did that end finally? There's 91 in here, and I just didn't see him. Well, don't see him. So. Well, Happy New Year, T. Sorry you can't stay, but I understand needing to get some sleep. Oh, 91 just dropped a video. I'll go check it out in a little while. Yeah. You've been home for a couple of days now, haven't you, Mike? It's not even 8 o'clock, and I'm yawning. What the hell? It's what happens when I get woken up at 4 a.m. by my dogs every morning since Tuesday. Yeah, that sucks. Just the flu? That sucks, though. I mean, I've never had the flu bother me for more than a couple days. I think usually 24 to 48 hours at the most, but I've been lucky. And it's been a couple years since I've had the flu. And okay, I think my wife left. I think that's the text she just sent me. Ah. What's up, Kermob? How's it going? You working again tonight? It's really quiet when nobody else is in this chat room with me. I didn't have a list of things to talk about. You know, it's the end of the year. Oh, nice. I like Cornish hen. Never smoked one. I've always cooked them in the oven, and I think at most I grilled one, but I've never actually smoked one. Oh, okay. Building a Chevy again. Well, yeah. Drop it off at the pool. Yeah, it is. A 10-pound is a pretty big hen. And oh, there we go. I wasn't looking down, and you guys popped right in on top of me. Oh, hey, Shelby.
Hi.
Hello, hello, sir.
Hello.
Hey, T.
Hey there, beautiful. How you doing?
I was looking up, reading the comments because I can see them on the screen, my TV screen, better than I can on my computer.
Look, I'm teaching her well. She got her feet up on the desk.
She is management material.
Got
All the way.
hair. She's good to go.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you for having me on your stream, Mr. Pink's Garage. I appreciate you.
Oh,
No problem. I thought you'd have been in bed already.
I'm laying in bed. Trust and believe. You know, I tell you, this new schedule, man. I remember why I don't like working it, because when you get your days off, you're just like, ugh. Like I woke up at 2:00 this morning and then just fought to go back to sleep, and then finally got up out of bed and just rolled with it. And, you know, it's just not human to wake up at 2 a.m.
It is not. I used to do it at 3 a.m. Happy New Year, Mark. So, you got a little electric smoker there, I see.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought about buying one of those once. I ended up just not wanting to drop the money on it when I had a grill that I could use.
I love it. I absolutely freaking love it.
They're so easy.
They are. Set it and forget it.
Pretty much.
So where did you find a 10-pound Cornish hen? That's huge.
I raised it myself.
Oh, okay. It's one of yours.
One of my birds.
One of your meat hens. Okay.
My hens, yeah.
That's cool. That's that's awesome. That's farm to table right there for sure.
Right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, did Shelby pluck it?
I do remember the days of being able to go out and get chickens, even when I was a little kid, get chickens at the farm and kill them and pluck them and cook them. And they tasted so good.
Yeah, I don't do the processing. I pay somebody to do it, but it's still cheaper than buying it from the supermarket.
Yeah. And usually tastier. I think
way
kind of like the eggs, kind of like the home picked eggs. They're so much fresher.
I'm right back. Go friggin' roll the thermostat back a little bit on the smoker.
Yeah.
Roll it back. He's always rolling something.
What's up, Zach? How's it going?
Zach's in the chat. What's up, bud?
That's my son, Zach.
Oh, your son, Zach?
Yeah.
Right on.
Not the Zach that's always in the panel.
Copy that. Nevertheless.
Yeah. He's still got a Minecraft avatar.
Oh man!
All right, now we're 250.
Oh, what's up, asshole?
Built a little bit quicker than I thought she would.
Yeah.
That's why I slowed it down, Shorty.
Great.
For like 165 is the 165, 170 is the magic number.
Yeah,
What's up,
here's
Salty? We ate Greasy Max for dinner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went over down this
What is that, a shake?
Chinese joint in town.
Actually, 91, it's that mango pineapple smoothie.
Oh, okay.
There it goes. Look.
See?
It's
See?
so
I
good.
work here.
Oh,
Cool.
Sassy has her own ID card. That's awesome.
Right?
nice.
Right on.
Management. You should just say the management.
Yeah. She likes the position that I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you're investing in your 401k,
Don't you
Shelby.
have to like work your way up to that position though?
Yeah, it takes like a long time to get here.
Yeah. It does. I took a step back when I took my new position, so
Yeah, Victor Xavier, we this year we started raising our own chickens for meat and for eggs, and I'm here to tell you that the chickens we've raised and eaten taste way better than supermarket, and the eggs that we've gotten from our chickens are so much tastier.
Nice.
Hey, that one that was on the GTR, I'd be naming him Chicken Sandwich.
You know, he almost made it there, brother. He almost made it there.
No, sounds
Call
like
him-
dinner to me.
Call
Yeah.
him Nugget.
so I like it. My son changed his profile pic. He's got a car on there now.
There you go.
I made
What's up,
Jake
Bryce
say
Regal?
his is his Ranger now.
Hey, Happy New Year, Bryce.
Happy New Year, Bryce.
Your Bryce.
Yeah, I changed my
Yep.
profile
Happy
pic,
New
but it
Year,
doesn't change on
everybody.
here. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta change mine over
Oh, yours is fine.
to my new vehicle.
Oh, is that not your new one?
No, sir, that's my old. That's
a-
one low 5 over there.
I mean, I don't know how to change the one for the back screen when you like go to close your camera off.
Yeah, it's in the triple dots, I think.
Okay.
It's all in the dots, man.
It's all
All
in
in
the
the
dots.
dots.
Yes, settings.
Everything's fucking in the dots now.
So I'm not going to stay on the live real long tonight.
I'm
Hang
not-
out for. Go ahead.
I don't plan on running this live for more than an hour and a half. I'm cutting it off at 90 minutes at the max.
I was just going to say I'm going to hang out for a little bit and shower and hang out with the wife for the rest of the night and try to be in bed before midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wife is leaving to come up here in 10 minutes.
Oh, right
Wow.
on. Coming
Yeah.
to eat chicken.
Darn right, buddy.
Mm. So no,
You know,
I planned on going live, but I didn't want to run a long one because I know most people are gonna. Well, a lot of people want to go do stuff for New Year's for the midnight thing, or they want to be in bed before midnight. And I got some other stuff I got to do. I've had a really busy day today, so and it's not over yet.
hell yeah.
Yeah, today's my dad's birthday, so tomorrow we're gonna go have dinner with him.
Oh, nice.
Right
he
on.
turned 70 today.
Man, he's right on. Benchmark. Another
I don't know.
benchmark. Yeah.
If I can have him for another 10 years, I'll be very, very happy.
Yeah, I wish I could have had my dad for another 10 years. He only made it to 73.
Oh man.
My dad, they kind of pushed him into a little bit of a retirement like 3 months before he was going to retire. Then they said, hey, we need you back. So he went back. And it was almost a little bit of a blessing because then all the benefits kicked back in. But in January, he was diagnosed with cancer. February, he turned 65. And in May, he passed away. Just turned
Sorry to hear
65.
that, man.
Yeah, it was, God, I can't believe it, y'all. It's going to be 10 years this year.
Man.
10 years flies by. Live
It sure does, man.
Lincoln
Hey, no joke.
Stone.
That ain't
Nope.
no joke.
Yeah, I ain't trying to bring nobody down because you know why? We're gonna rock this live stream till the break of dawn. I feel a good one coming on.
So my father. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I was just making a joke anyway.
So my father doesn't really talk to me because I care about cars more than anything else. I mean, he wants to sit around, smoke pot, and drink alcohol, and talk about smoking pot and drinking alcohol. And I would rather talk about cars. So
Yeah, same
he
here.
just doesn't. Huh?
It's the same here. I mean, I like to smoke pot and drink alcohol, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about cars.
Well,
Right.
so I want to work on cars, talk about cars, and he wants to smoke pot and drink alcohol, so he kind of just doesn't talk to me. And during COVID, when he was in the hospital and had his stroke, during all the lockdowns to where when your family was dying or whatever, you couldn't even go in, you had to be outside. So he's got an attitude with me because when he was in the hospital and nobody was allowed to come in, I wouldn't go up there and sit in the parking lot with his wife.
Uh,
I'm
I
not
think I
going to sit in
remember
the
you
parking
talk
lot
about
with your
that.
wife. I can't come in and see my father. I'm not doing it. So
Yeah.
I said, let me know when you get out of the hospital and I'll come see you. Since I can't come see you at the hospital. And my stepdad, who has raised me since I was 4 years old, we haven't been talking because I make more money than he does. I have more toys than he does. And he's got an attitude about it. So I haven't talked to none of my family in a while. I did see my little brother on Christmas Eve, and that was amazing, but that's about it. I hope none of them pass away, but what am I going to do if they do? I'll shed a tear and I'll try to move on the best I can. Not
That's
trying
all
to
you
be a
can
dick.
do.
I know.
Sorry, it's a little loud.
I thought somebody was making margaritas.
That's what I thought. I think he went outside the room.
To make a
No,
margarita.
sorry, out in the plant. My bad.
It's okay. I was like, I thought it was a blender. I'm like, who's running a blender?
That's what I
What the
thought it
hell is
was.
that number? Yeah, I'll add some wood chips to the smoker.
I'm just vacuuming my room.
Where's Salty?
Well, Karmov,
Exactly.
as long as you're not adding meat to the wood chipper.
Yeah, right?
Well,
Exactly. Hell yeah.
That's your two front teeth there, Ford Blue, a meat chipper.
Just a banger. Mom, I'm just vacuuming my room.
I'm just vacuuming my room, man.
I told you nobody disturb me when I'm cleaning my room.
Zach Foxbody's in here. What's up, bud?
Zach, happy to have you here, but you should be visiting with your friend, not hanging out with us.
Yep.
and
Right.
Zach, not
He did just stop in to say hi and wish.
And Brailsford Rides, he stops in.
And that's
He
fine.
says he's got to get the kids to bed.
Yep.
well. Happy New Year, Brailsford, and Happy New Year, Zach, and
Happy New Year,
Happy
bro.
New Year, everybody.
That's right.
Esperos años.
I was.
Where you going? You going to get ready? You getting your bubble bath ready, Ford Blue? Bottle of Chianti, some candles lit.
No, I'm gonna take a shower.
Oh, okay.
So I was. Somebody just said something that reminded me of a movie I watched with my wife the other day, that is really stupid but hilariously stupid. And it's called Tucker and Dell versus Evil. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's not new.
I think I've
No.
heard of it.
I think it came out in 2010, and it's just hilarious. It's stupid. It is definitely stupid, but it's like a horror movie, like a teenage horror movie, but it's a campy one, really.
Okay.
It's funny, and it stars Alan Tudyk and Taylor. Taylor Sabine. Is that his name? I think. Heavier set guy.
No, I
Well,
don't think I've
because
seen
it's a
that one.
horror movie, I've never watched it.
It's not really a horror movie. I mean, yes, people die in it, but it's all funny. It's
Oh,
funny when the way they die most of the time because it's all accidental.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not quite as campy as MacGruber,
MacGruber.
but it is funny. And the two guys, the two main characters in it, they're both really good at that kind of movie.
Stupid fast as Saint it.
Yeah, it does. It's hilarious. I just watched it for the first time the other day because me and my wife were going through stuff. We were trying to find something to watch. We just decided to stop on that and watch it. Tucker and Dell versus Evil.
Yeah. Now,
Funky,
Funky,
I'm not braiding, I'm unbraiding.
I was going to say, yeah, you're unbraiding.
He's- he's just jealous that he ain't got those locks like you do and Car Mob's got, bud.
I wouldn't want to have to take care of them.
My wife helps me, to be
My hair
honest.
is so damn curly. When it gets long, first thing it wants to do is Jufro. And if I let it longer than that,
Oh, how I know so much.
as gray as it is now, it's stringy. You know, it's just Dale, Tucker and Dell.
I know, I've noticed that my hair is getting thin right here.
Yeah.
If it gets much thinner right here, I'm gonna mechanically go bald.
Really?
Mechanically go bald.
I'm gonna mechanically go bald and keep it bald because then I get to go back to my hats.
I have like this, and thinning wise though, it's still pretty thick. It's gone back a little bit, but it's still pretty thick. But I've always had pretty much a 5 head, so that's why I usually have this hair long and it covers all this. But
Right.
decided to cut it off, and my wife was really pissed when I did it. I thought she'd like it, but she didn't like it that I cut my hair off. I just went back to what I used to do in the Army, and for years after.
Well, my hair is either usually 2 foot long or bald,
Yeah. Wow.
which
I had long hair and so long, I wouldn't know how to take care of it anymore. And it's not the same hair. Like when it even gets as long as I let it now, it's not the hair that it used to be. It's not as soft. It's just the gray hair just isn't the same.
Well, if you need conditioning tips, talk to Car Mob. The hair is magnificent.
Stupid fast, you're right. He was. I was amazed at how well he looked like him. Yeah, Zach, you haven't had short hair since you could grow it out. You were like 15, I think, or well, not quite 15.
Who's the big giant guy in friggin' who's the big giant guy in Harry Potter?
Hagrid.
Yep.
He died recently.
Please tell me that's a classic. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Hagrid. Yeah, he's got Hagrid hair. That's for sure right
Yeah.
now.
no, that's because I just took it out of a braid. It was
If
in
you
a braid
tease it-
for 2
If
days.
you tease it up right now, you'd have it.
It's usually really straight, but it's been a braid for 2 days. And
Yeah,
she
next
puts it in a super tight braid, tight enough that it makes my eyes pull back.
Oh God. So Zach, do you still have the beard going crazy too? I don't remember from the last picture. You can jump up on the panel, Zach.
Yeah.
If you get a camera, you can do it. Just click that link at the top.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you, Mr. Pinks, getting off of here, but I got to close these eyelids because 2 a.m. is going to come early.
Get some sleep, T.
Yes,
I
sir.
Later, T.
Good night, T. Happy New Year,
totally
brother.
understand
Happy
Later,
New
T.
Year's to y'all.
Good seeing you,
Be
brother.
safe. And if you can't be good, don't get caught or just be good at it.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Later.
Happy New Year, y'all. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bless you too, man. Oh, he's got a sucky schedule right now.
And then there was 4.
Yeah. Mob said
Boom, shalom.
he was coming in, but he said he'd be on at a few. I don't know if he's even in here. I know I just hadn't planned on running a really long, at least definitely not till midnight. So I started at 7:30, figured 9 o'clock at the latest. Oh,
Right.
there's my boy. See,
Hold on.
he got longer hair.
Right on.
And
Sweet.
the camera's frozen, but
Oh wow.
There we go.
there you
Yeah,
go.
he definitely has hair like Ford Blue Gauge, no doubt.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I've been up in a bun all day, so
Well,
a little messed up.
I can't stand that
Yep.
damn man bun. Don't want to cut one off of somebody one time.
I don't call mine a man bun. I call it a top knot.
Oh, that sounds better at least.
Uh-huh.
When they were calling it a man bun, that killed me.
I don't know. All I say is I'm putting my hair up.
Excuse me, I've got to go put my hair up.
Right.
I can't.
It's
How long is it now? Jesus, it's gotten long.
Yeah, it looks like it's almost as long as mine.
Yeah, it's gotten long since the last time I saw you.
Yeah. It's definitely past my nipple now.
It's past my nipple.
Yeah, mine's close to my belly button.
Yeah, but you're. Oh no, never mind. You're taller than he is.
how long did it take you to grow that hair, Blue?
This time,
Hold on, I gotta get some better lighting.
4 years, because when I got trapped, when I was stuck in that car that was on fire, I shaved it bald. Remember?
I need
So for about 4 years this time, maybe a little more.
Need you to get out of my lighting.
Is that your girl out here?
yes.
At least he shaved his beard some. My problem with it, his hair was mostly his beard. He used to have a crazy beard. Him and Jacob, both of them, their beards get horrible. They're like Amish looking beards, especially Jacob.
Amish looking beards.
Yeah, except it's blonde. But you know that
Last
Car mob?
episode.
Hey, Zach, I need to trim your beard
You
again.
said your hair grows up, not down.
yeah.
Yep.
So when I shave my head bald, so when my hair is just starting to grow out again,
Right.
that shit will be 4 inches tall and go straight out.
Yeah, mine
And
does
it
the
takes-
same.
It has to get about 5.5 inches long before it starts to lay down.
Wow.
My sons are pretty hairy. I mean, Jacob's isn't nearly as long as his, but he's pretty hairy too. His beard is, I think his beard's about the same.
Yeah, his is just blonde.
Yeah, but his hair's nowhere near as long as yours.
No,
So is this Junior?
he shaves his off all the
The
time.
youngest of my children.
Okay, so
That's-
this isn't Junior with the Ranger.
No, this is Zach.
Okay, this is a different one. I haven't met you yet, Zach. Hello.
Zach drives a Civic. Did you finally get that intake put on it?
No, I was planning on throwing that on when I get my clutch in next week.
Right on.
Ow!
Well, might as well do it all at once. You know? That's why I'm trying to get my my transmission rebuilt before I do anything else, so I can mount it to the engine and put it all in the car at the same time.
Well, I'm figuring I have another year, maybe 2, before this starts getting really thin right here. And when it moves back, if it moves back another half inch, I'm going to mechanically go bald. and put
You know
my
why
hat
that's
back
happening?
on.
It's because you're pulling it so tight when you braid it.
Probably, but I mean, there ain't nothing to do to get it to come back when it's gone.
Yeah, all those hair treatment things are only for the hair that's in the back. That monoxide,
Really?
whatever it's called. The stuff that Homer Simpson used,
Oh,
but the real stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think he used Demoxenil, which is it's like they changed the name just a little bit.
I have so much hair. So I've had my head shaved around the side since 1990.
Yeah.
I was one of the first to do it, and it's always been shaved like that. And I have so much hair, I probably could be a candidate just to pull a bunch of hair out of the side and out of the back and maybe plug it in the front, but I've heard it only works on some people.
Ceiling tiles there, Zach.
Oh, that's underneath the deck.
Oh, you're outside?
Yeah.
I see some looks like some mold growth there maybe.
Oh yeah, there's some water leakage through there. It's old.
No. It's not your house.
This is technically not even a legal garage. It was a carport that you put walls on without permit. So
Oh, guess who's here?
What's up, Salty?
Hey, Salty, I finally. Let me see that. Hold on. Georgia hat. Oh yeah. I have to get close. I'm blind.
Oh, for walkie-talkie usage.
So I
What's your shirt say, Salty? What's your shirt say?
This is Georgia Bulldog shirt.
it's a bulldog.
Oh,
shirt.
okay.
The Georgia Bulldogs playing right now, buddy.
So Salty,
Mhm.
I have an envelope filled out with your name and address on it, and it's going in the mail on Monday because they won't pick up tomorrow.
I got you, buddy. Not a problem. I'm fixing
In
to do.
like 2 days.
I'm fixing to do surgery on this damn pizza I just went and picked up.
Nice. What kind you get?
Just Domino's.
No. What did you get on?
Oh, dude,
What
dude,
ingredients, homie?
I'm a boring eater, dude. It's just pepperoni and cheese.
Oh, I love pepperoni.
That's all. That's all I
Classic
get.
pepperoni and cheese is what it takes to hit the spot sometimes.
Yeah.
You know that big pepperoni one they do at Papa Murphy's?
Yep.
I love that one with the large pieces of pepperoni on it.
Yep.
That is one of my favorite pepperoni pizzas because you just order it with extra pepperoni and it's the bomb. What are we drinking?
Alcohol,
Hanson of Sonoma.
What is it?
vodka.
It's called Hanson of Sonoma. It's a organic grape-based vodka.
Grape-based vodka.
Yeah, they make wine and then they distill the wine,
Cool.
I'm sorry.
and it's 40%, still 80 proof, and it's got just a very, very slight hint of like a white wine.
Weird for a vodka.
But it's
I'm drinking Kettle One right now, but I'm drinking it with Fresca because I don't like vodka straight most of the time.
Yeah, I have a Sprite.
Pink, did I hear you say you were going to do a short live tonight?
Yeah, I'm only going an hour and a half total. 9 o'clock
Wow.
my time. I'm shutting it down. Well, I have other stuff to do tonight. I wasn't done, but I set this up this morning.
To say that is short.
Well, yeah, I know.
Because most of all of us responsible adults are not out partying anymore. We've
That's
all been
true.
grown out of that
A lot
stage.
of guys are going to bed early too.
Why? Tomorrow's Sunday. Nobody.
Yeah,
Why?
but it's
It's
all right.
tomorrow's Sunday.
No, I got a few firecrackers to go light off at midnight.
Yeah, I don't do all that anymore.
I'm gonna
I
go
bought,
put wheels on my Fairmont or my Comet tomorrow.
I bought them last year and then fell asleep before midnight. So I'm gonna make sure they're used this year.
It's a good way to
Wow,
start the year, Blue.
Funky, that's mean because yeah, I would never say that to my wife. She gets on me sometimes because my pancreas works, and then I ended up with type 2 diabetes.
Well, I think he said his nephew is the bald one, and him and his sister argue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I
Oh.
could do that to my wife.
Oh yeah,
Sure, I could see it.
I'm sorry.
I just think it's mean, though. I mean, bald's one thing. Non-working pancreas, totally different story. You know, Weird Al has a song about the pancreas, right?
I did not.
He does. He loves his pancreas. It's funny though. it's actually
What does Weird Al not have a song
it's a
about?
funny song that's actually factual. It's got he looked up facts about the pancreas and wrote this song.
I think he doesn't have a song about any of us.
Not yet.
No,
Not
but if he
yet.
listened to us, I
Not
guarantee you he'd write one.
No shit.
Rum and Coke. Always enjoyed that too. What rum you putting in it, Victor?
I'm gonna go make me a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Blue. I'll be right back.
I may just make me some coffee after this drink. 'Cause I only had 1 cup this morning.
I just finished a cup of coffee and it was good.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make myself a cup here after I'm done with this drink because I'm not even feeling like drinking much tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to be wired tonight since I'm not gonna be able to get drunk. So
Yeah. Well,
So I bought 2.
on New Year's, I'm in bed.
I bought 2 Red Bulls tonight. I got some coffee. Life is good. But I have a feeling after we eat this chicken for dinner, we're gonna all take a nap.
Yeah.
I got a bespoke post for a couple months and got a coffee thing, and now I can't go to regular pot coffee anymore. I grind my own beans and then press it in this little coffee mug they gave me with a press. The amount of flavor though is insane compared to just pot coffee. Or what I grew up drinking was Folgers. So
Damn, Mr. Mach one.
Yeah, when I have the day off, I love
I drank
using my
I drank
French press.
Folgers for years. I did. I loved Folgers for years, and then I tried Better Coffee, and now I don't drink Folgers anymore.
Nope. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
using my French press on my days off.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
always nice. I don't even have one. We just
I
use
like
it.
my very light roasts.
Dude,
my-
that's funny as hell.
It's good for caffeine, but caffeine doesn't really affect me that much. And I like a medium to a dark roast because I like
Yeah.
the flavor, the bold.
Same here, dark roast.
Because I don't need the caffeine. So no, I don't do decaf because it just doesn't taste the same. I don't care what they say. Decaf and regular caffeinated coffee do not taste the same because of the process they have to go through to get caffeine out.
I also try not to drink coffee within the first 2 hours of waking up. I found that helps out a lot with the crash later on. You
Yeah.
don't really crash.
I don't get a crash from drinking coffee right when I wake up. Like,
That is the first thing I drink when I wake up is coffee.
Yeah, days that I have to work day shift, I do. Days that I don't have to work day shift, I usually drink my first cup of coffee an hour to an hour and a half after I wake up.
yeah, I don't drink a cup of coffee until I get to work. I don't drink it.
Boosted?
What's up?
What's up, Boosted?
So I'll have my first cup of coffee about 10, 15 minutes after I get to work.
Boost Attic, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Doing good. Doing good. How are you, man?
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad. Making some big money. I got my daughter with me. We're smoking a friggin' Cornish hen in the smoker here. You know, I'm doing as good as you can do
That does sound good.
Yeah, while at work.
while at work.
Did you ever get the smoker back from Jacob?
My smoker, yeah, it's sitting at my mom's house.
Yeah, good. I'd hate to see that thing go to waste.
Oh, it's been used a few times.
I know.
Just waiting
I
to
mean,
get my own place.
until I gave it to you, and because I quit using it, and I didn't want
Yeah, I saw the memory from it 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like,
But when I first had it, I used it all the damn time.
oh yeah, I remember.
And for $99, that was a damn good deal.
That thing was only $100 bucks.
It was on sale. It was the end of the season. They were trying to get rid of them.
It's like what is it? Like 4 foot by 1.5?
It's a 1,200 square inch. And that doesn't include the firebox on the side. Now, what's funny is the grill that we had that we brought here with us, the gas grill. I got that for $99 too, and it was a stainless steel Cuisinart, or not? Maybe it was Cuisinart, but it was stainless steel.
Check the hopper.
And really nice, 6 burners, 5 inside the grill. And that one was only $99 because they were trying to get rid of them at the end of the season too. They had like 4 of them left. I gave that away to somebody here. But now I'm going to my Rectech large one and just use the small one I have.
So I've been having weird thoughts the last 24 hours.
That's dangerous.
4 hours?
Yep.
That's scary.
I thought about putting that 2.7 EcoBoost in the Comet.
Ooh,
Really?
that is a weird thought.
What's
We
wrong with that?
converted him.
There ain't
Hey.
a damn thing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it. That's a weird thought.
Fucking send it.
I like it.
I just fucking, I don't know why. It's just
It's
been
unique.
like,
It's different.
I know, and it's been going like this and just steadily going like this, and I'm like, fuck.
Is that a twin turbo or a single turbo?
Huh?
That's a single turbo on that one, right?
No, it's not. It's a F-150 twin turbo 2.7 out of a F-150 with a 6R80.
Why was I thinking that the F-150 had the 2.7 was a single and the 3.5 was the dual? But they're both
They're both twin turbo, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just it keeps popping into my head, and it just for some reason it keeps repeating like
All you heard was ego boost, ego boost,
it
ego
wouldn't-
boost.
I
ego boost.
did too. It's like steady too. It's doing like, you know how, have you ever heard your heartbeat? That's kind of how it's kicking in my head. EcoBoost.
Think how much
EcoBoost,
room? Think how
EcoBoost,
much room
EcoBoost.
you would have to do it if you did that, because you'd have so much room on it.
No, not really, because the Fox body has more room than that Fairlane in the Comet.
Oh, really?
But
The
but
unibody with an apron, yeah.
you could swap it out for 2 of the like bigger turbos, and
I actually thought along the lines of a single bigger turbo.
Oh, really?
Like
And that deal's pretty low mileage too, if I remember right.
16,396 or something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers.
That sounds like ready to drop in to me.
80 series turbo,
Say what?
like a 80 size turbo.
No, I was thinking along the lines of a 5.9 Cummins HX35 or HX40 hybrid.
Really? Would that work well on a non-diesel engine?
Yeah, hell, my little 2.3 and my Mustang that I had, that thing was nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 degrees to go before the entire chicken is done.
Ooh, nice.
I figure about an hour this puppy will be done.
What are you cooking it at right now?
Well, I started off at like 275 because you want to get that bird over 100 degrees as soon as possible.
Right.
And then once it hit 100 degrees, I backed it down to 250. And then it started cooking kind of quick, so then I backed it down to 225.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to overcook it or cook it too fast. It'll dry it out.
Right. Plus, I got people showing up here, so I want to make sure that it doesn't cook too quick, and then it's done before they get here.
Ah, yes.
But
that's a manifold.
I did get everything made for this remote mount kit.
Oh, okay.
Right on.
Fucking half-inch aluminum that I cut with a Sawzall. A reciprocating saw.
That's a
worked.
lot of cut.
Yeah, it got a little bit crooked right here,
Yeah, I see that. As
but
long as it works, you know.
it seals. So,
Okay.
and then the block off plate
I see that.
for
That.
What's that
this.
on?
It's a D16 manifold, single cam, 100 horsepower Honda motor.
Nothing.
They're 114, aren't they?
I have the Y7, so I think it's 108.
Okay. All
Because
right.
I don't have VTEC, so
Oh,
Bro,
Yeah.
VTEC.
It's pre-VTEC.
Oh, VTech.
but once I get a VTEC head and an ECU to tune on everything that I have on it, I could probably pull another 30 horsepower NA, just
Right on.
upgrading the injectors a little bit.
You gonna make Pinks go out here and actually, get his Focus running again.
That Focus is running. I drove it.
Running.
Oh no, it runs fine for 116,000 miles on that engine.
Yeah.
It's sad though because the engine even the engine I had in it in the one that died was only 75,000 miles on it when it died, and the engine was still running. I sold the engine in training.
Was that a built engine?
No, it was not built. It was just upgraded.
Not to go back in the conversation, but Ford Blue, as far as your comment, I have thoughts.
well,
As-
I like that idea. I really do.
I do
As-
too, but the problem that I'm having is I don't want a small block in the F100 unibody short bed on bags.
right.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep leaning towards putting that 2.7 EcoBoost, because everything came out of a truck, and I really thought that's why I got it, was to put it. So originally it was all the 2.7 EcoBoost stuff was supposed to go in the Fox that is now the GT500 Fox.
Okay.
And then I got my hands on the GT500 engine and decided to put the GT500 engine in the Fox and then put that engine in the F100. So, and it seems like no matter what crazy idea comes in my head with that motor and training, I always stick to it's going to go in that F100 because it's going to lay rocker panel on bags and 22. So it kind of needs a light motor so it'll lift fast, in my opinion.
Oh, damn, Mr. Mach 1 ain't having it.
Right. But my thought about your Comet is, if you put the 2.7 EcoBoost in there, one of the coolest things
Oh my
about your
God.
Comet is that it was going to have a stick.
That is epic.
But it won't now
You know how
because
much
it's got a
that
6R.
movies-
If I put the EcoBoost in there, it's got a 6R80, so it won't.
Oh my.
That's what I'm
God.
saying. That's the only drawback in my view.
Right.
Right.
I'd go ahead and stick with what you were going to do in the Comet and put the 2.7 in your F100.
But an
That's the
EcoBoost
thing.
Comet would be
Get that
badass.
It could be, yes.
Hang on. Mach 1 gets so much hate if I put a F-150 EcoBoost in a Comet. Why? Because it'd be going little bitty V6 in a car that should be a hot rod and a 4-speed.
Hey, I just want to remind everybody that the Ford GT has a 3.5 in it.
Yeah.
That's a 3.56.
From
Hang on. I'm waiting to see what Mach 1 says.
But I mean, they still put an EcoBoost in a supercar.
They did. But it got some hate too.
It did. Got a lot of hate, actually.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
And
Hold on.
I read that they didn't sell near as many as they had hoped.
No, but it was faster than every previous generation.
I don't care
Uh-oh.
if they put an equal boost in your ass. It
Uh-oh.
don't belong in that comment.
I would
But
care.
it's okay to put it in the 61 F100 unibody?
But you're gonna bag that truck. You're gonna do different things to that truck. You're making
I-
an old school. Hang on. You're making an old school hot rod out of that comment.
Uh-huh.
Aren't there
Stay
Ferraris V6 too?
Some of them.
What?
Some of them
Stay
are.
old school.
That's so stick with the 302 and the 4-speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
Put on camera 14.
I'll do that.
the
Is it-
66 truck that you're
Try
gonna
again.
bag that,
Camera 1-4.
modernize that, you're gonna make that a
There you go.
truck. That'll set the
Okay, now
internet
take
out.
the camera.
But that comment, stay old school.
Back up.
Okay.
Do it.
Especially with
anybody
that look
else
it's
would
gonna
do.
have.
Comment.
What?
Don't be unique. Just do what everybody else would do.
See?
Well, that's usually why fuck everybody else type thing.
Ooh, me.
I personally think I'd probably put the small block in there too, just because I think it would look better, and I think your F100 needs that V6 in it because of how you're going to run it with the bags. You probably do want the lighter engine in it. And I think you can
Well,
get-
and then the other reason why sorry. The other reason why I keep leaning towards why I really want to put the EcoBoost in the F100 is because I want to do a tilt front end on the F100 and lay it on the rocker panels with suicide doors. Have it laid out, and when I tilt the front end forward, you'll be able to see all the intercooler piping and the turbos down where they are, and it'll be like a whole showpiece all in the same time as being a reliable driver, be able to set it on the rocker panels, and it'll still make some good power, and it'll have some neat sounds.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wicked build.
The 2.7, you can actually make the 2.7 sound pretty good.
What are you gonna put in the bed of that truck?
I'm going to use the stock wheel wells and just move the bed floor up.
But what are you gonna put in the bed of that truck? Because I'm guessing you're gonna put some kind of sound system back there too.
No, actually, I didn't plan on it. I was planning on just moving the bed up and not have nothing in the bed. Maybe a fuel tank in it or something like that. I don't know. That way it doesn't drag the tank on the ground.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to hop out of here. Mrs. Mob is going to be here pretty soon. I need to keep my cell phone clear.
Okay. Well, you have
Sounds
a good,
good, Mom.
happy New
Bye,
Year, and I
me.
hope you have a good dinner.
Have a
Thank
happy
you, bro.
New Year.
And if
Happy
anybody
New
else
Year,
goes live later, I'm sure I'll pop in and say hello.
All right,
Okay.
brother. Have a good
Sounds
holiday.
good.
So, from me and Sassy. She's not paying no attention.
Bye, Sassy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mom. Happy New Year, Sassy.
Later, you guys.
Later. Take it easy.
So when you ask, what am I going to put in the bed? What do you mean?
Sound system.
No, I'm not going to cut a hole in the cab for a sound system or nothing like that. But I did think about getting an old school keg to use as the fuel pump, even though it's going to be injected. I kind of thought about a keg and set it right behind the cab, kind of old schoolish,
That'd be
and
sweet.
just tap it with the injection fuel pump and stuff like that.
That'd be
That's
sweet.
pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
Have
That
a good
2.7
one.
belongs in that pickup, not in that freaking comment.
You're
I don't care
doing
what
the
it says.
you're doing the wooden bed, right?
No, it's got the steel bed in it. I was
Okay.
just going to cut it out and move it up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going with the wooden bed in it.
I still might. It has ran across my mind. I'm not sure. I got a few things on my plate before I get started, but I am still gathering. The biggest thing is that truck has to be built from salvage yard parts only, except for the air ride.
Really?
That is the decision that I made a long time ago. Is this truck has to be fully built from salvage yard shit.
Okay.
I like it.
So The only thing that I was willing to buy from the get-go was
Airbag.
everything on that truck has to be used, but I can put brand new airbags, air brackets, air tanks, air compressors, and lines. Everything else has to be used and salvaged.
And you're modernizing it. It's the cool thing, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
It's gonna be a piece
And
of art
since
with all the piping.
And what I wanted to do, well, I'll use exhaust piping for the intercooler piping and shit.
Titanium exhaust piping.
Nah, I ain't spending no money like that. So, what I was thinking is this too, with the 6R80 and the EcoBoost engine, I should be able to drive it anywhere.
right.
Reliably.
Yeah, I should be able to drive it coast to coast technically.
And good mileage.
Yes.
And it'll make fun turbo noises, like you say.
I love
It
fun
will.
noises. I miss
And I'm
fun-
hoping to make it sound different than a F-150 because I have a 3-inch off-road X pipe and I have mufflers off of a late model GTR,
Oh.
like car mods.
Put you some butterflies on there.
So, go ahead.
Are you going to leave it? Are you going to paint this? Are you going to leave it patina? What are you going to do?
I'm going to leave it the patina, the yellow that it is,
Nice.
with the black 22-inch rims.
Sweet.
Did you find the 22s at a salvage yard?
I actually got the 22s off Facebook Marketplace for $100.
Nice.
Wow.
Well,
Are you going to clear coat it or anything? Or just.
I wasn't going to clear coat it. I have to do some rust repair. So all I was going to do when I cut out the rust and put in sheet metal, I'll grind down the welds and just grab a can of yellow paint that matches it as close as possible, and I'll rattle can over the rust. No Bondo or nothing.
I think that it's going to make it cool. It's going to be a cool build.
Absolutely.
So
It's something you're definitely going to have to document here on YouTube.
it will be fully YouTubed. That truck will be fully YouTubed, and that's part of the reason why I want to fully YouTube it, because I want to show that from Salvage Yard and from Facebook Marketplace what someone can build if they really want to.
I'm probably
You
going to
just
make
have
some
to do
videos on the
For pennies on
on
a
my
dollar.
car.
Yes. What? Boosthetic?
So I'm probably going to do some videos on rebuilding my my car.
Broken car?
Yeah, broken boost.
God, that's-
Yeah, so that truck, before I start on that truck, I have to get the Comet Mach 1's car or Barbecue Mike's car done and the GT 500 and the Fairlane done. And once those are done, and I'm not talking about paint and body work, I'm talking about alive and reliable because I don't give a shit about body work. Then I'll start on the Comet or the F100.
Like 3 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, I wish.
So Christopher Busadik, did you ever find out about the tuning stuff on your car? Or
Yeah, I'm not going to say that Ryan is or isn't responsible, but going back and looking at data logs, he should have said something a lot sooner than he said about a lot of things. But essentially, I floated all the valves, and I have like pretty decent dents in every piston now. So built block, built head, putting a bunch of supporting mods on it, and I'm gonna do a video here in a couple of weeks of the damage. And
so is this ain't the engine you just rebuilt this happened to, is it? The one you just got done.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. So
That
now
really sucks.
So now I'm just pouring tons of money in it to hopefully not have this issue again.
Find a
Wow.
stock used engine, throw in it, and sell it, and go V8 something else.
No, I mean I've already bought the engine, so
Did you buy the new one? You bought the one
It will be the one.
block and one head. I want that so bad. I really do, but I don't have that kind of money to spend.
Yep. So that and basically every supporting upgrade except for going big turbo, I'll do that probably later in the year. And
You're still running stock turbo on it?
mm-hmm.
Holy crap, dude.
Wow, man, I feel bad for you, dude. That kind of sucks.
Well, I talked to Adam about it, and he's like, "We'll just max the fucking turbo out. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, but that turbo really can't put out a lot. It really can't. But the new engine puts out better power than the stock one does.
Yeah.
But still, that I think you can get the original turbo, the KO3. You can only, or wait, you're a KO4 because you're in a Mustang, right? But you're a KO4 twin spool.
Yeah. Okay,
so that thing actually can put out about 30 psi, but not for very long and not at a lot of volume.
Yeah.
That's its problem. Its volume is the issue. It's not the pressure.
That's why we're upgrading everything else. I mean, we'll be running, but we're talking about whether or not we're going to go like a BNR or if we're going to buy a CPE kit and get a precision. So,
well, I would sell you the extra one I had that I got rid of, the 550, because I had a G25 550 and I sold it because I bought a 660 instead. I decided to go to the bigger one.
Yeah, we're thinking like going like a 7361 or something like that.
Yeah, it's about the same size. But the one thing I like about the G25 660 is the spool on it is so much faster than any of the other big ones of that size for the small 2.0. You know, it spools a little slower than the stock one, but not much.
Right.
But that's a good thing because the way the spools, it's all about, you know, you're spinning and torquing.
The other thing too, though, is I don't know if you saw it. Starting in January, February. So Adam is planning to kill everybody in the EcoBoost market. He's adding 6,000 SKUs.
Why?
Well, hold on. He is going to not only have the one engines, he's going to have the one turbo kits.
Yeah, let's hope he gets a better setup than he did the last time.
Yeah, so they've been working on it since then. And
yeah, since the one I got for my wife that fucked us over.
Yeah.
It fucked him over because we couldn't do anything about it because they ghosted.
He quit selling them there for a long time, but he
had to. They ghosted him. They ghosted me.
But he's using Precision on all of the turbos now.
Precision's fine.
But he is basically making all the piping, everything. He's doing everything. They're the turbos are special order Precisions. They're not just off the shelf Precisions. So he's talking about some crazy numbers with them.
I'm gonna have to get hold of him soon.
Yeah, it's on his Facebook page.
No, I'm gonna have to call him. I haven't talked to him in about 6 months, so
yeah. Let me see. Let me bring it up and see if I can find it.
But no, I've known him for years. Like,
oh, I know. Well, you used to live there, right?
Stuff. So
you used to live in Minnesota, right?
No, I did not. But I've just known him through other avenues. I knew him before he started dealing with EcoBoost stuff.
Yeah, so he's going to do Precision double ball bearing turbos, 55, 58s up to 68, 70s on the Focuses.
Yeah,
and then a different set for the Mustangs.
Right. But my wife told me I can't do anything else to her car after what happened with the last setup with the turbo destroying itself.
And I just don't want an NX2, man. It's not worth $2,000.
It wasn't an NX2 though.
When did that happen?
This was his W500 kit. It was actually made by that place in Oklahoma, and they lied about having GTX turbos because they weren't. They had some GTX parts, but they were all Chinese turbos.
Well, you heard Comp's kind of in trouble on so they came out with the 5858 for the EcoBoost Mustang.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the failure rate?
No.
95%.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's huge.
They are issuing full refunds and,
All right, Ford.
like still on your car, here's your money back kind of refunds. Go buy another turbo before we blow your car up.
Yeah. I hear fireworks going off. I know there's a couple of parties going on up and down the street, like family parties, because I saw the people going in today as I was driving my car, because I took my car out for a little drive, but that part of the video didn't make it into the video today because I decided not to add it because I was tired of editing.
I like those shocks, by the way.
My car is not driving fine.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, those shocks, I set them up for handling. Those shocks are freaking amazing. Those shocks
Sounds like you need to drive up to Carolina border.
Yeah, I got to get. Actually, I'd rather have the Focus down there once I get it done, because it's better around corners.
Look, I give y'all props for even wanting to build those equal turds.
I'm going to be trying to pick up some new coilovers with my tax return.
Good.
Because
My tax return should be about even. Hopefully, if everything's right, I shouldn't get any money back, but I shouldn't owe any.
I never get anything back.
I don't like to give the government money to play with all year long. I really don't.
Let me tell you something. I claim single zero, and I still end up owing.
Me too. Every year I owe something.
Happens to me too. But this year I have a dependent that I haven't had in years. But I got to pay state taxes this year too, so that's weird.
You could always move to Tennessee. We don't pay in those.
Okay, so so the crazy thing is, if you work in Alabama and live in Tennessee, you still pay Alabama state taxes. If you live in Alabama and work in Tennessee, you still pay Alabama state taxes. How the hell does that work?
How the fuck does that work?
Yeah, what do you do?
That's the way it works, though, because I looked it up because I almost bought a house in Tennessee to avoid paying state income taxes, but because the business is based here, they have to pay the income taxes.
I mean, you live close enough to the border.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that far.
So what do you do for a living?
Hey, is Blue in the basement? He said he was going to leave and come back.
He is not. I'm watching the basement. I get money back more often than not, but like 2 years ago, I owed 30 grand. That was bad.
Ouch.
That would suck.
Last year, I got back like 7 grand because I paid in way too much.
I'm probably not going to get a very good one this year because of gambling.
Gambling? I can't gamble here.
Well, technically you can, just not that way.
No, I mean, I can't even play the lottery here without driving across the state line.
Yeah. Mine was online gambling, and I won.
I just got to go down the road.
You can kiss my ass, Zach.
I
Yeah,
hate
when I lived
gambling.
there, I didn't play the lottery as much as I kept saying I would, because I just lose too much time out of my day to go to the store and buy a ticket.
The only time I've gone to the casino, Jacob's given me $20 to play with.
You know the only bad thing now,
I
Pinks,
have
is
actually made $20 last for a full night at the casino because I'd win and win and win. But by the time I walked out of there, I was broke. I did not have the $20, but I had eaten food and had a great time. Drank a lot, all that. At other times, $40 and I had nothing.
the only bad thing about me buying all my gaskets last week is now I have to buy a different head gasket.
Oh, doesn't it? Oh, does it not come with it? Because that's an O-ring head gasket, isn't it?
So yes, it is, but I had the Mustang head gasket because my block is slotted, not drilled. Adam's blocks are drilled, so I have to get an RS gasket, not a Focus.
Right.
I mean, so my gasket is what is labeled as a Focus RS Mustang gasket. I have to get the strictly Focus gasket.
Really? You'd think
Well,
when you buy both things that gasket would come with it.
shit, no, dude, that's how they get you.
Well, he doesn't
Well,
even
that's
sell it
what-
on his website, which kills me.
He
They
doesn't.
always want
does it?
that extra money, dude. They want that extra.
Hell yeah.
But you have to buy it from Ford, don't you?
I mean, I don't have to, but I mean, Ford gives me dealership pricing. I
I was
mean,
gonna say you get a better price.
yeah, I get commercial pricing because I'm the manager over Firestone, so they sell it to me at Firestone's price.
I loved going up to when I lived in Tacoma. I went to the Titusville Ford. I got commercial pricing there. I didn't have to pay full retail price. It was great because I ordered so much stuff through them, and I bought so many cars or trucks through them.
I did about slap the parts guy though when he told me that the oil neck and new oil cap was $119.
That is why I love working where I work.
Well, I pulled up the Tasca website. I said, "You mean this part for $11?"
Yeah, but then Tasca gets you on shipping.
Free shipping.
I rebuilt my motor for $400.
Yeah. He works at a parts store.
I work at a parts warehouse. We do OE and OES.
OEM and OES?
Yeah.
Boosted, how do you like working for Firestone? You only been there for almost a year now?
No, let's see. I've been there. Next week will be 4 months.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, Blue.
I'm trying not to purchase myself a set of semi slicks though, because our semi slicks at half price are very, very alluring.
What are they?
Potenza Sports, Potenza Race. I'll send you a link. It'd be the best way to describe them.
Fine, send me a link. I was just asking how much they cost normally.
Oh, walk in like $690
each. But $345 each.
Sounds a whole lot better.
Yeah, it does. That's still almost more than I'd be willing to pay. Even at $690 for the set.
Yeah, so these
tires, money on tires.
These are actually the OE tire on the new Hurricanes.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love how they describe them. Bridgestone's first ever dedicated tire for track days of supercars, hot hatchbacks, and sports cars. Hot hatchbacks.
I don't understand how my rear tires have no camber wear. I have like -5 degrees camber in the rear.
I'm at -2 right now, and I'm literally staying there just for the simple fact of that tire is too big right now.
Yeah, I run a 195 50 15 on a 15x8.
I'm running 315 3520s on a lower drag spring car.
So what's weird for my area that I live in, the only tire stores I know are locals. There's no Firestone that I know of. There's no Goodyear store that I know of. There's no Discount Tire. None
What
of
city
that.
do you live in?
I live in Tuscany.
Yeah, but you can go to Florence though.
Florence, that's further than Muscle Shoals. That's too far. There's no Discount Tire. And that's where I've bought tires from for the last 10 years.
I mean, Florence ain't that far.
So,
Ain't but an hour and a half from the Tennessee border.
Florence does not have. I'm not even an hour and a half from the Tennessee border. I'm an hour and a half from Jackson.
Oh, you're very close. So you're in northwestern Alabama.
Yeah, I'm right below Muscle Shoals.
Okay.
Florence, Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, Sheffield. They're one big block, basically.
You said you're only, 20 minutes or so from Boosted?
It takes me 45 minutes to get to Boosted, I found out. And that's because it's all slow roads and traffic lights and stop signs. That's the only reason it takes so long. It's distance-wise, it's not that far. It's like 20 miles.
Speed
think.
limit signs are just a suggestion, sir.
Well, it's the cars in front of you doing the speed limit that's a problem,
That is true.
especially on 2-lane roads with no passing zones.
Yeah, but the good thing about them, it keeps you from getting a ticket.
No, it doesn't.
If they're doing a speed limit and you stay behind them, you
Well, it
hopefully.
depends how close behind them you are. If a cop thinks you're tailgating them a little too close, they can pull you over for that.
Well, that would just be a dumbass move.
Yeah, it would be. So I don't.
You kind of deserve that ticket if you get one like
Yeah,
that.
I would. I don't do it. I was joking. I try not to get on people's asses because people can hit their brakes at any time, and I may never.
Oh yeah,
So
that brake check the shit out of you on purpose.
What's everybody's worst ticket speed wise?
My worst ticket speed wise was only 85 miles an hour, but it
Uh,
would have been really bad
85 and a what?
in a 75.
Oh,
But
my worst was a 55
but I was in a
and
truck pulling a
25.
trailer.
Mine was 106 and a 55.
I went to jail.
I did go to jail. So did my car.
so 100 and what a 30 Mach 1?
Huh?
What 130?
Oh no, I was going faster than that.
I got clocked at 55 and a 25 on a 150cc moped with no helmet, suspended license.
Why do I feel like
You're
you
a
did this
dumbass.
in your original Mach 1?
I have. It was speed limit on the highway was 55 miles an hour.
Blue said he got a 135 and a 40.
I
Damn,
had-
Blue.
Damn,
I
Blue.
I had it pegged at 120 mile an hour. The speedometer was pegged, and the cop told me I was going much faster than that.
My ECU only lets me go up to 120.
That's when you say, officer, look at my speedometer. It cuts
Yeah,
off
you
at
can-
120. I can't go faster than that. That ain't how cars work.
We used to pull that shit with the Fox bodies. Remember they used to go to 85?
Yeah.
We get pulled over. Like, look, we can't go no faster 85. See, the car won't let me. Motherfucker, he'd never believe that shit.
My worst one was in a Ford Focus, and I was going 97 and a 30
Yep, he's
at
back.
2 a.m. in the morning.
I paid for the whole speedometer. I'm going to use it.
My dad come got me out of jail, and we went straight and talked to a lawyer.
My worst one ended up being just a warning because I was pulling. This is in my F-350. I was pulling a trailer with just my flatbed with the Mustang, but me and the cop came to an understanding, and I looked up the laws. He was half right, and I was half right. I was allowed to be in the lane I was in, but I was not allowed to be doing the speed I was doing because I was doing an 85 and a 75, but I was supposed to be following the truck speed limit due to my weight. But I wasn't restricted from the
Got
left.
echo.
My weight was under that, the restriction from left lane. And but I called him a dick, or told him he was being a dick, and he ended up just giving me a warning, let me know what the rules were, and we came to an understanding. And I drove off, not speeding anymore.
Who's got the echo going on?
By the way, I'm 36 hours away from you, Dad. It would take me 36 hours nonstop.
Yeah, I know.
So Gary did that.
Where the hell's he at?
He's in Washington State, Tacoma area.
Hey, see if I'm the one with the echo. I'm putting my thing on mute now.
I don't know. Are you?
Echo,
Test.
Echo. Yep, it's you.
Echo?
Yo.
Hold on, let's see now.
I'm off mute.
I don't hear it at all.
I do.
I don't hear it either.
It's good here.
Yeah, it's good.
Who heard an echo?
I don't hear it no more.
Salty.
All right,
Well,
motherfucker.
so-
Yeah, I heard echo just plain as day.
So
heard-
you guys said, sorry.
But I think it might have just been people talking over each other.
So you
Not-
guys
not-
said what was your worst ticket? What was the worst traffic thing you did? And then the cops like, dude, don't do that. Cool car though, and have a good night.
Nothing. I've got ticketed every time I've been pulled over.
Me, I was in my 10-second Mustang I left my uncle's house. I come out, I stand it sideways, and then I straighten it out and I stand on it first, second, third, and into fourth. A sheriff coming past me, seen me do all of it, flips a bitch, comes up behind me, flips on his lights, pulls me over, comes up, says, Mr. Gage, you do know that I could take you to jail for that. And I said, yeah. And he said, why did you do it? And I said, honestly, come on, man. It's a 10-second streetcar and it's bad as shit. And listen to it. Rap, rap. I was like, it sounds bad as fuck. Can you pass that up? And he said, you know, that is facts. He says, that does sound bad as hell. And I'm a Fox Body owner myself. Your car's bad as fuck. Have a good night. And sent me on my way.
So I ran a red light in the wife's Terminator. Westland police pulled us over.
They scored.
We got over there. Cop, gets out of the car, walks up. He goes, is there a reason why you ran that red light? I says, officer, I didn't see it because I was talking to my wife. He said, cool car, get the hell out of here and don't let me see you back here again.
Right on.
My
Any
worst
of you
ticket,
others had something like that?
not quite, but my worst ticket wasn't for speeding. It was I got pulled over because the morning of my demolition derby, my truck wouldn't start, and I wasn't missing that race. So I drove a 92 F-150 with stacks coming out of the hood and a welded rear end and bias ply tires, and I drove that shit across town. The police didn't appreciate it too much. So I got ticketed for no insurance, no tags, no lights. The first thing he said to me was, "What is this doing on the road?" And my smart ass said, "I got to get around."
My worst one, and I never saw the cop, so it was kind of my fault. But went around was turning pretty quick, and the car decided to fishtail, straightened it out, and floored it, and left marks for a good little bit in the Mustang. And as soon as I looked in the rearview mirror, there's blue lights, and this dude's like right behind me, and I'm like, oh shit.
Damn it.
And the first thing he says is, well, at least there wasn't a crowd around.
He's a Chevy guy.
No, he was a Ford guy. He was a Ford guy.
That would fit right with the sticker on the back of my car that says, "Oh, look, a car people going over it."
Now, I had to say my very worst ticket was a YZ250 going down the middle of the road, ride to Willie, and the cop seen me turn around. And I took off, and he took off after me. I rode through this guy's front yard. He followed me through the front yard.
Let's see. What's Jacob's worst ticket?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Not his worst speeding ticket, but his worst ticket. That's a toughie though. He's got.
So
that's a hard one to figure out.
If you're gonna say worst traffic ticket, I'm gonna say I probably win because I got a traffic ticket in my evade and elude, my high-speed chase, and I had 27 traffic violations on the ticket, and the speed limit was over 100 miles an hour, over the speed limit, and they nailed me. They didn't nail me in the 40. So when they wrote the ticket, they didn't get me for the 100 over in the 45 mile an hour speed limit. They got me for the 100 over in the school zone.
Oh,
that's what So that's where they fucking nailed me at. Then they nailed me for every stoplight. They nailed me for every time I turned without a blinker. They nailed me for
BMW driver.
No. I was in a 10-second Fox outrunning the cops. So, and then that's when I T-boned a Chevy extended cab right between the bed and cab at 55 mile an hour.
You put it out of its misery.
But they didn't give him a ticket for running the red light in front of me.
Well, no.
You guys want to see the wreck that happened in front of my store today?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what Jacob beat.
Yeah, he got Jacob beat. Oh,
So, of the 27 traffic violations, they did not give me a no insurance ticket and they did not give me a no driver's license ticket.
Wow.
So that
They
used to
gave
be
you
one of
another
my
ticket.
that used to be one of my employees at AutoZone. He was driving down the road and they pulled the car back, but he got hit square in the door.
They
Damn.
did.
That would be a
Man.
black flag in a demo derby.
So on the ticket, they did not give me the no driver's license and no insurance ticket. But when I went to court, they nailed me for driving on habitual and no insurance ticket. So they looped it in separately because they were a felony. The no driver's license and driving on habitual was a felony,
Oh,
but it was all the same case number, except it was they looped it in and hit me really hard. The bad thing is when I went in front of the judge, the lady that went in front of me had stolen from Walmart and then got into a high-speed chase with the police and went across what is called the Johnny Mac Bridge and killed an old couple. And then
Oh,
10 minutes later, I went in front of the same judge with the high-speed chase and with my speeds, what they were. And so needless to say, I did 2 years in prison, 9.5 years with no driver's license, $13,000 in fines, and had to have, most people, when they lose their license, you have to have a SR22 for 1 year. I had to have a SR22 for 24 months. And during that time, I wasn't even allowed to ride a riding lawnmower. It was written in the fucking paperwork. No motorized vehicles of any kind, i.e., moped, go-kart, riding lawnmower, bicycle with the engine on it, nothing. It was written in the paperwork. Nothing with the motorized engine.
how old
God
were you?
damn,
I
man. Fuck
have to honestly say that Victor's right. Ding, 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 you win.
Yeah,
Yep.
Well, let me ask you, Blue, was you
at
married
least
at this
Jacob-
time?
No,
Jacob
and here's the kicker. That was my second high-speed chase.
So you was not married when all this happened?
No, this was, the first one was a year before we got together, and the second one, no, it was 2 years before it was right as I turned, I was highly in the middle of all this shit when her and I met.
So basically, it's what happened. Salty.
What, babe? Hang on.
Is-
What?
I said, please let them know that you were being stupid and you didn't do any more of that.
She said, please let you know I was
We
being
are-
stupid and I didn't do no more of that shit.
That she knows of.
Salty, you gotta understand though, he was married and he didn't have a girlfriend or nothing like that, but he did get a boyfriend when he was in prison.
No.
Oh yeah, he
No.
was he either had a girlfriend in prison or he was a girlfriend in prison.
No, it's actually worse than that. It's actually.
Oh really? Do tell.
Yeah, I didn't know. No girlfriend, no boyfriend in prison. It's not like that. It's actually worse than that. So as I was being transferred from Carlsbad, New Mexico, back to Wichita, Kansas to face charges for that shit, I sit in Carlsbad, New Mexico, maximum security, because I was being transferred and the girlfriend I had at the time gave me a fucking handcuff key and I escaped from custody.
Oh, you're a dumbass.
I was a fucking stupid kid and I escaped from custody and I would have been transferred back to Wichita to deal with my charges here, but I escaped from custody. So I did a year down there in maximum security from escaping from custody. And then after getting done down there after a year, they put me on one of those little fucking single prop fucking helicopters that, you know, barely stay up in the air and puttered puttered my ass back across the country, back to Wichita, Kansas. And then I did another year here. And then I got out and I met my wife. And then I fucked up because during the court shit, the judge required, okay, so I went in front of the judge. All that shit happened. He fucked me pretty bad when he hit me. When he gave me my sentence, it was really bad. And in the paperwork, I had to have a 40-hour-a-week job plus had to do 40 hours a week community service.
Damn.
For a year. I didn't have a number of required community service. I had to do 40 hours a week for a year on top of a 40-hour-a-week job.
I've seen that.
Well,
people.
Yep. So I did it. Shit, we did that. And I didn't have a driver's license. So my wife was driving me to and from work, driving the kids to and from school, and driving herself to and from work. And then because I had to do the community service, she'd pick all the kids up. And at the time, we lived in a town 40 minutes away from Wichita. So she would drive into Wichita, pick me up from work, bring food with her. We'd eat in the car. We'd go. She'd sit in the car all night long while I did community service at the YMCA, third shift. Then I'd turn around, go home, go to sleep, get up in the morning and do it again. Well, then I changed jobs and I'm doing construction, and now I'm framing houses, and we do it almost a year. I think I had 9 months of this shit in, and I got 48 hours in at work, and I only got like 36 hours of community service, and my judge fucking violated me and sent me to prison.
Wow.
They hated
Yeah. Well, fuck, it was the same. Here's the bigger problem. The judge that I went in front of, they called him the hanging judge because his own fucking son got caught stealing a candy bar. First offense, he sent him to prison for a year. Third or fourth day in prison, his son got shanked and killed.
Wow.
First offense. He turned 18, got caught stealing a candy bar. He said, "You're going to prison for a year." Sent his ass to prison. He got killed.
Maximum.
Yep. And fucking, so this judge, every time I went in front of him, he said, "Mr. Gage, I think you're fucking useless and a waste. You'll never amount to anything. So I'm just going to send you away. I'm going to give you the maximum amount of fines, the maximum amount of sentence, and the maximum amount of probation or corrections."
Yeah,
So
judges like that need to go away.
he was the, what do they call it, babe? What was Kennedy? He was the main. No, he was the main judge in the city and the county.
The hanging judge is the
Well,
only one I can think of.
The wife said the hanging judge is the only thing I can think of. But he was the main judge above everybody. But they didn't call it he is the magistrate judge, but they also called him something else.
Head judge?
Well, he was the head judge, but I don't remember. There was a bigger name, almost like Royale King Dick type thing.
Yeah,
I don't
King
remember
Dick.
what
That sounds
King
about
Dick.
right.
That works. So, dude, we paid as soon as the rent and the utilities were paid, we'd buy a little bit of groceries. We got fucking food from the churches, and every other dime we got, we paid the courts. We took all of our tax money and paid the courts. We took every fucking dime we could come up with and paid the courts. And I think we paid them that $13,000 in fines, plus raised 4 kids in what? 2 years, 2.5 years. It was every fucking.
It took longer to raise the kids.
It took. We still ain't even raised the kids.
Damn kids.
So I was a stupid fuck up, and my wife was a badass and stood by me through all of
My
that
question
shit.
is,
He
when
was
you did
definitely a
this,
badass.
Definitely.
how old were you?
When I started getting in trouble with all this shit, 17.
Okay. That's what I figured. It was between 17 and 19.
Yep, because 19, I got married to her, and then we were doing the community service shit, and then I got violated and went and did another year. And while I was in jail waiting for court, she married me.
You got violated. Now the truth comes out.
My judge violated my probation and sent
Oh,
me
okay,
back.
okay.
Okay.
He got violated recently, didn't he?
So my wedding pictures, no shit, are me standing in orange jumpsuit with shackles and handcuffs and big black letters on the thing that says inmate of Sedgwick County Detention Facility, blah fucking blah 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 blah.
Did you get your conjugal?
No, not for until I got out a year later. And then I got out and I had my GED. I had been taking classes to get in construction, and it was a life changer. And when I took my GED test, I passed the score so high that the teacher said I had to be cheating. So the guard strip searched me, and I took my test again in my boxers, and I passed it even higher. And I've got the certificates and the test results and the letter from the fucking teacher saying all of this happened. And then she put the test scores in through Parsons Community College, and Parsons Community College gave me a partial scholarship because of how high my scores were.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then I never did nothing with it. I put it in the envelope and put it in the closet.
Hey, Mike, are you awake?
Yeah.
Okay. Not Mark, Mike.
Oh.
Okay, just you're looking at your phone, aren't you?
So, anyways, I had a life that was very packed full of fucking stupidity, and I got it right. And because my wife is a badass, she stuck by me, and she gave me a reason to stay the fuck out of trouble.
Yeah, that's good.
Glad she did.
Amazing how a good woman can do that to a man.
Yeah, but a
100%.
bad woman can fuck a dude up too.
Now,
Just as fast.
now you owe
Trust
the
me.
rest of your life.
Say what?
I said, now you owe me.
This bitch said, now you owe me for the rest of your life.
Is she wrong?
No, that's why I just, whatever she wants, she can have.
I know exactly what a bad woman can do to you. I know exactly. I dealt with it with my ex-wife, which is not Zach's mom. That's Jacob's mom, but not Zach's mom.
What?
Well,
she
I
was
pretty
not
much-
bad.
I didn't live with your mom. Well, I did for a little while.
Damn, Pink,
yeah,
shit.
when,
Damn,
when I was a baby.
Yeah,
damn, Pink, you spreading
Before
that
you
shit
knew
around
I
like
was
peanut
your
butter,
kid.
wasn't
yeah. I didn't even know you were my kid. I was
Hey, you spent at least one night there, Pinks.
Well, no, the night he was conceived was not a night. She was, at my place, but I didn't know he was conceived that night. I didn't know he was my kid until he was 12.
So, has anybody other than me been fired for like beating somebody up, or am I the only one?
No, especially a customer. I would never beat up a customer. I've wanted to many times, but never did.
Yeah. At that
it's
point, you
very
just
fun.
gotta walk away. You gotta keep your job.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I think you bettered yourself for it though.
Yeah.
So, because of my criminal history, I just go by Ford Blue Gauge. That way it's. Anyways, hi, I'm Dwayne, but I'd still rather go by Ford Blue Gauge.
Yeah, I still.
Hi, I'm Keith.
I've already
Fuck
told you guys. I've told
Chevy
you guys
Red
everything
Gauge.
now, so there's not really any reason to not tell you guys my fucking name. But I'd still rather go by Ford Blue Gauge.
I'd rather you go by Ford Blue Gauge too.
Chevy Red Gauge.
My name sucks.
It doesn't.
I will forget
Just
your
I'm
real
used to
name
it.
after tonight.
I won't.
I'm changing you in my phone now.
Don't do that. I
have you as Ford Blue right now.
That's why
Hey,
I got
that works.
Blue too.
I actually prefer it, and actually, what I prefer honestly, because Salty calls me Blue, I kind of like that.
That's what I call my dog.
It's just
That's
Blue.
my dog's name.
That's all I ever call him. Everybody else calls him Ford Blue Gauge. I just call him Blue.
I just call
Yep.
him Blue a lot too
I
because
call
it's,
Ford Blue.
it's Blue, my buddy. It's
Either one.
Ford
I like
Blue.
Ford Blue and I like Blue. It don't matter. I just, I don't know. For some reason, I
always
like
loved
it.
that ever since what was that? What was that movie?
Could call you Bowtie.
Fuck you.
What was that word for the movie where he was Frank the Tank?
For Blue, do it for Blue.
My boy Blue.
I was with.
Yeah.
I know what movie you're talking about. It's with Will Ferrell, and he's got the Trans Am, Frank the Tank. Yeah.
Is that Talladega Nights or is that Brothers?
No,
No,
Step
neither.
Brothers.
It's the one where they go back and make the fraternity in college.
House Party, or not House Party.
No. What is that movie where the Will Ferrell and the other dude go back and
Owen
partying
Wilson.
all the time?
Alexa, what's the name of the movie with Luke Wilson and Will Ferrell?
Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, it's not
No, that's Chris Kattan and Will Ferrell.
Ferrell movies, including Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy,
Nope, not Anchorman.
Old
Blades of
School.
Glory, Wake
Old
Up,
School.
Ron
That's
Burgundy,
it.
Alexa,
and
shut
seven
up.
more.
Old School, yes.
Old School. Yeah, I love
Old
that
School,
movie.
yeah.
A while, but the whole thing with Blue and Blue died.
My boy Blue.
My boy Blue. He was the old homeless guy, wasn't he?
Yes.
So,
My
anyways.
mom's got a dog named Blue, and I know somebody named and Blue here.
So I'll tell you something else. Here you go. This is gonna make you guys not leave me the fuck alone. Here you go. You know what I'm gonna say, babe?
No.
Working with Johnny for 10 years.
Oh, I don't really know.
What did he call me?
Dumbass.
All right, hang on. So check this out. Solvent makes my skin break out, like cleaning solvent in the solvent tanks.
Right.
So when I use solvent, I always wash my hands because I can't stand it and it makes my hands itch almost like battery acid does. So when I get solvent on me, it fucking makes my hands turn red. I get little red bumps and it makes my hands itch. So I always wash my hands really quickly. And so my old manager, when I was at the cylinder head repair place, he said, "You're a fucking princess. Always got to wash your hands." So 5.5, 6 years, he called me princess over there. Okay. Well, then I bought a business. I bought my engine rebuilding shop and I brought him in with me as my partner. And that fucker kept calling me princess. And one day he says, "I know you don't fucking like it, but fuck you. I'm going to keep calling you princess." And I said, "You know what? You've been calling me princess for like 7 fucking years now. Fuck you, punk. It's mine now. I own it. You can't have it back, bitch." So he still till this day calls me princess.
Princess Ford Blue Gauge. Okay.
Yeah. So now I've told you pretty much everything, and you fuckers.
Now I am definitely changing your name in my damn contact list.
Now, hopefully they don't use it against you.
She said, "Hopefully they don't use it against you."
Tell her we will.
Oh,
hey, here's the deal. I will fucking answer to it. After fucking 12 years of being called it, fuck you. I'm man enough. I'll do something about it. I'll show you Princess Punk.
I was called
I promise you'll be the one that's the princess.
I understand the whole solvent thing because solvent will do that to me, but so will plain hydraulic fluid. Does the same thing to me. And I got to get it off.
Diesel oil does it to me.
What's that?
Diesel oil does it to me too.
Diesel oil will do it too. I got to get that stuff off me as quick as possible. My hands right now, because I've had oil and stuff on them recently, they're dry. They're extremely dry and cracking, and they're like, I've got cuts that aren't cuts. They're just skin's ripping apart.
Yeah, that damn blinker fluid does it to me.
Yeah.
I'll answer to it too. You know, I don't give a shit. After so long,
I
You
answer
can
to
call
Clarence,
me
I answer to
asshole. Yep, same way, man. You call me asshole, I'll answer to it. Dickhead. My mom liked to call me a fucking bastard, so I'll answer to that too.
But I'm Jesus Christ. He's son of a bitch.
Yeah. So yes, my nephew calls me Uncle Dick Wayne. So
I don't know. I feel like I'd get punched if I called my dad by his real name.
No, I go by my real name now. It's what I use at work.
Michael?
No, Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence.
Clarence. Oh,
Clarence
never
is
mind.
my first name.
For
My
some
dad-
reason, when you said Clarence, the first thing in my head that popped in was Anthony Hopkins saying Clarice.
Not me.
No,
First thing that popped in my mind was the Waltons.
Oh, really? Wow, that's a way back. Yeah, I know that one too. But
Yeah, I know,
what usually
right?
pops in my mind is Clarence, Roger, over.
Oh, okay.
Because airplane. I can't.
Yeah.
help it. So I've decided to
Oh
to
my
run
god,
everything
that
now and a
scared
half
the
night.
fuck out of me.
Who here didn't watch the Waltons, man?
That
was
probably
like
Zach
right
probably
behind
did.
Zach probably never heard of them. That's beside the point.
No.
I've heard of them, but I've never really
Night, John
watched
Boy.
the Waltons.
Really? Shit, I used to love the Waltons.
Actually, a
man.
really good show. If you go back,
It
and
really
watch
is.
it now, it holds up. It's actually still a good show.
Well, you guys go watch the Waltons. I'm going to get off here and go spend a little time with the wife.
You gonna go try to make a baby in your old age, ain't you?
Tell Cameron said happy New Year.
Hey, it's called, listen, Salty, nowadays it's called practice.
Oh, hey, is that what it is?
It's practice nowadays.
Hey, it's New Year's night, brother. Anything's possible tomorrow, right?
Hey, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you. Happy New Year's. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow.
Gary, happy New Year to you,
You
sir.
have a good night.
You and your wife take care, bud.
Is Jacob still in the chat? Pink Junior?
He was.
He was.
So something else I found out is some people. How's that go, babe? Some people. I said it earlier. Some people won't take to me, or I'm too much for some people, and I've realized that those ain't my people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do it,
That's,
look at it.
That's facts.
You know what the
Yep.
response to those people is, though, Blue?
Fuck them. Or until the bubbles stop.
You don't have to respond to them at all because they don't want to respond to you. So fuck them.
By the way, Pinks, I have a worse first name than you before I had it legally changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, my first name is actually my dad's and my grandfather's and my great grandfather's, so it's not a bad name. As a kid, I didn't like it because my sisters made fun of me or made fun of it, and changed it. Didn't call me Clarence; they called me like Clarabelle because they were my sisters. So I hated my first name for a long time. Then, as I got older, I was just used to being called Michael or Mike, and I just got used to it, so I didn't use it. But then, as I started doing things and started getting stuff in my name and everything, and having to do things of legal stuff and owning a business, then I have to use my first name because that's what's on my my record, my birth certificate, my driver's license. It's there. So I just use it now. And at work, at my new job, there were already 3 mics there. So we decided to use my middle or my first name instead of my middle name.
Yeah, I went by my middle name forever.
What's
What's
that?
your first name, Boosted Dick?
It's Michael now. My middle name's Shane, so Michael Shane.
What was your first name?
There was a TV show with a character based off a very similar name.
So we're all friends here, right? And I just told you guys a lot about me. So come on, spit it out.
Fair. It was Clifton.
Clifton?
Clifton ain't as bad as Dwayne.
Man, Clifton's not bad because I know
fucking Dwayne the tub. I'm drowning.
So
Dwayne, come on, man.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I think
Clifton
of.
Road. So Old Clifton Road led to a drag strip in Washington. So I like Clifton.
Well, Clifton led to blowing up a car twice.
Really? Yeah. So why did you get named that? Family name at all?
It was my godfather's name.
Okay.
All right.
But
So
when my dad died, I took his name.
So you were Clifton Shane.
okay.
Oh well.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Good.
My brother always called me Clifford.
Oh, hey, Mike Scratch. Didn't even see you there.
Hey, Mike. Mike's Garage.
Like Clifford the Big Red Dog. I hated it.
What's up, Mike's
I
Garage?
love Clifford. I wouldn't have minded having that name because then you could just go by Cliff. And then you could fall off of it. You could fall off yourself. If you're Clifton, you could go by Cliff. Shit, I'd have gone with Cliff.
I'm not a Cliff though.
Yeah, you are. I think you are.
You had your name legally changed?
Yep.
So if you ever watch Doom Patrol, the big robot's name is Cliff, and he's a total ass. So it's perfect.
Oh, Brandon Fraser.
Yeah.
You know, Jacob tries to tell me I can't use Pinkerton.
Yeah, well, you can. It's your choice. Hey, there's Mike.
Well, no, he
So-
says that because I haven't legally changed my name yet.
Well, that's up to you. That's on you. If you want to do it, you can.
I mean, I don't want the last name of somebody who was in and out of my fucking life all my life.
Yeah, and didn't want to own up
My
to you.
my mom got rid of Enyart, and she's going back to her maiden name now that she's divorced Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Oh man, can't
Living.
complain.
Can't
Talking
complain
about
at
our
all, man.
Criminal histories.
So I changed my mind. This stream's running until we're all too tired.
I was too tired 2 hours ago.
Somebody said they was only going to do an hour and a half, and that was
Somebody
it.
said that, didn't he? But then he talked to his wife, and she's doing something else busy, so I'm not going to be on the phone with her like I was planning on. So
I was listening for a bit. I was Ford Blue. I was listening to you tell your story, so I didn't want to interrupt. I was just kind of listening. Very interesting. Very cool.
Yep.
But Ford, I want to say this, and I think most of the people in the group feel the exact same way. I don't care what the hell you did. If it had been 10 times worse, you're still Ford Blue. You're still our
Yep.
buddy. And it don't change a goddamn thing.
Don't
Well,
change
thank
sweet
you.
at fall. If anything, it kind of makes me think
Oh,
you're a
no.
little more badass than I thought.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Everybody's got weird.
there's other things too, but
No,
I
we're
didn't get.
that you didn't get caught for.
Yeah, we
Those don't count.
were going down to Texas, and we were bringing stuff from the border back up too when I was younger. So, I mean, there was things that we could have gotten a lot of trouble for, and I'm a good boy now. I watch all my P's and Q's. I dot all my I's, and I stay the fuck out of trouble. And I haven't been in trouble in a long fucking time, huh, bud? No,
I'm correcting my son here. He's typed not allowed instead of allowed because he doesn't know how to spell.
Well, he learned how to spell on Minecraft, so that wasn't the best.
No, but
so you Blue. So you say now you eat all your peas and carrots? I do. I eat my peas and carrots. I eat my spinach. I eat my corn. I eat my broccoli. I
can
eat
have two of those
arugula
things.
lettuce.
Hey, spinach,
I
I'm
eat.
with spinach now. Thanks for that.
And all of his soap is on a string.
No, I use bar soap, and I promise you, come at me, and somebody's gonna get violated. It ain't gonna be me.
I hate bar soap. I'm not
gonna
a
hide
fan
the
of bar soap.
I promise. Here's the deal. No matter how you come at me, my reaction's gonna be worse. I promise. You slap me, I'm gonna punch you. You stab me, I'm gonna hit you with a baseball bat. Okay. My reaction will be worse. I promise.
What happens if I come up and tickle you? What are you gonna do then?
I'll probably push you over.
Well, I'd
That
punch
wouldn't be
somebody
hard.
me. So
I tell y'all, one of the best comebacks I've ever heard for somebody like talking about a fight. When I worked at Black & Decker, there was this guy, and somebody got in his face, and he said, "All right, we're gonna fight, but you need to give me about 30 seconds." The guy asked him, he said, "Why?" He said, "Because I'm about to get naked, because I fight butt ass naked, so get ready."
Hey,
never thought of that.
Hey, you could go up here to the AutoZone, and I had a dude smarting off to me and talking shit to me, and guys at AutoZone will tell you. I told him, you want to fuck with me, I'm gonna throw you down, and I'm gonna fuck you. And it stopped right there. It stopped. He was done. I had heard it from a comedian prior to that. So I was like, because the comedian said, somebody starts stepping to you and talking shit, just say this, it'll stop them. Sure enough, that shit stopped them. It was over.
Ron White had one in his early days, and he said, I was about to get in a fight with a guy, and he said, I asked him, I said, you got a sandwich in your lunchbox? And he looked at me like I was crazy, is what he said. And he said, the guy said, why? He's like, well, I need to know, do you got a sandwich in your lunchbox? And he says, yeah, I got a sandwich in my lunchbox. And he said, good, I'm going to eat it when I whip your ass while we wait for the ambulance.
That's back before even tater salad, wasn't it?
That was before tater salad.
Yeah, that's an old one.
Bend over and touch your toes. I'm going to show you where the wild goose goes.
Why is Jacob not up on the panel tonight? Is your phone just acting up on you, Jacob?
Well, to pick up off of what Zach said, it's not a Minecraft screen. He might not know how to use it.
Oh, ow.
It's not blocky enough.
Computer. He's pretty good at it. Oh, wait, there's somebody down in the basement that I can barely see because, look who it is.
What's up, Junior?
What's up, Junior?
What's up, Junior?
What up? I won't be here long. Just smoking.
I'm actually not going to be here much longer either. I'm going to go hop in the shower and stuff like that. And
clean the Chevrolet off of you.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't working on a Chevy today. I put my wheels on the GT500 Fox. Well, actually, hold on. I guess I did work on a Chevy today. I went and helped set the timing on the 56 and rebled the brakes and spooned out the rear drums more and got that done.
Ford, do you ever work on any Subarus?
Not in a long time, but yes, I've done head gaskets and timing belts and
I ran into a weird one today. 2020 Outback.
Okay.
If you ever get one, do not buy your rotors from AutoZone. The rotors from AutoZone, the hat's an 1.5 inches too tall.
Okay. Did you make sure that they were the right ones, because they offer more than one set for several different vehicles?
That particular
well, what I'm saying is,
hear me, but I can't hear y'all.
I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes through AutoZone, well, you worked at AutoZone, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you can get the low level and they won't be right, but the high level will, or the mid one will.
Yeah. So on this particular Outback, it was VIN matched. No one sells them except for AutoZone. They're a new listing at AutoZone for the 18s and ups. Chose one option, and they're for the higher end Outbacks, but it doesn't mention anything about it. But if you run into an Outback and you're doing rotors, front rotors don't fit, rear rotors fit.
Okay.
You'll have to get them OE.
So how long did you work at AutoZone?
5 years.
Okay, so you were there during the whole alternator starter debacle where they were all bad and they had to pull all alternators and starters off the shelf.
So, would you like to know? Would you like to know something? They never pulled them off the shelves.
My AutoZone did.
So a couple of stores did. What they had us do was open every single box
and test them. They didn't even have you test them.
Open box.
They had us look and see whose name print was on it.
Oh.
Now, if they were a Remy Delco, they stayed. If they weren't a Remy Delco, we threw them in a bin.
Yeah, the Remy Delcos were the
What about the flywheels and the flex plates? I remember about 3 or 4 years ago they had to pull all them off the shelf too.
So that one was really bad. So that one, wasn't even a normal recall. We were told to throw them in the
The
dumpster.
trash. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was, and then there was a recall on batteries too. So
On the
at our
Chronocrafts and
AutoZone,
Valuecrafts.
yeah, at our AutoZone, you could buy a brand new battery for $20.
No, you want to know the best recall I ever saw the entire time I was at AutoZone?
Huh.
So I think it was 3,000 calipers. It was 3,000 calipers, and they had to figure out which stores received them, which was fun. Nothing at all ever got threaded at all.
Oh shit.
It was for 96 Caprice or something like that. Never threaded.
So if you go to AutoZone, and this is neat, if you go to AutoZone and you buy a remanufactured brake caliper for a 96 to 98 Cobra, some of them will say Cobra on them, and some of them will say that other, what is it, a C, the fuck is it, PCR or PBR or something like that on them instead.
Which is the
So you can,
manufacturer.
yep,
Well, you know why,
can
right?
buy some of the, why?
They're just because all the actual like calipers themselves, not necessarily the pistons and everything else, but they're all reman, so they're all old cores that have been repainted and everything else.
Yeah, I went in and got brakes for a buddy's car, and one of them was a fucking Cobra caliper, which I was super excited about because one of his was missing anyway. And then the other one, the piston was stuck out and been frozen like that for a long time. And I was like, well, dude, and we looked in the box of the other ones in like 2 different stores, and none of the other ones said Cobra. So one got Cobra, the other one got the, I think it was PBR, I don't remember. But
that's cool.
So
it was,
Because that's what it says on the Mach 1s and on, because they couldn't say Cobra on it. Because it's the same damn part.
So the year before I left, and I got gypped about this, I actually initiated a company-wide recall for the entire company. The thread, one of the tap and die sets was mislabeled as millimeters, and it was a standard set. So, like, I got included in this email chain that went all the way up to Bill Rhodes, and then went up to the CEO of the Chinese warehouse in China. And like I'm getting notified every time they're responding, and the chain got stupid. And they ended up putting some numbers in there. It was like 700,000 packages were mislabeled
oh shit.
at $19.99 a piece.
Damn.
Shit.
So my LP guy put me in for what we call a shrink buster, and I got beat for. So the way they did it is, I got my local one for my store. I got that one. I got that $100. It was so big that it skipped divisional and regional and was supposed to be like company wide. I was in contention for a company wide thing. So guess what beat me for Shrink Buster of the Year?
Oh,
A guy stopped somebody from stealing the toilet bowl lever.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
at his store.
Yeah. That was Shrink Buster of the Year for the entire company.
That's
What
ridiculous.
the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
the way they liked him for some reason.
Yeah.
No, he was their pawn. He was their bitch.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, so mine's like over $1 million, and
His was $6.
yeah,
It's politics. You need
yeah.
someone.
Yeah, it's politics, of course. There's some reason for that. Maybe it's because you exposed something they didn't want you to expose that cost them. When
No, so Greatest thing in this entire email chain is Bill Rhodes sending the email that says, we'll send these back, send ours now, and refund our money.
Yeah.
Or we will find a new factory. To which the guy replied, okay, we'll do.
Huh.
Okay, well. Yeah, you should have gotten that. That was like what? How big was that prize for company wide?
So that would have, what is that math on that? So that would have been 240,000. I mean, no, I'm sorry, $2.4 million.
That's
So what would your prize would have been?
1%.
1%. So if it was $2.4 million and you would have got 1%, that would have been what? $240,000.
Yeah. But instead, they gave that 1% to $6 guy.
But they gave him.
Well,
you know,
so the way it's supposed to work is if you have something like that, you're supposed to get a percentage. Like if the company gets money off of what you do, you're supposed to get a percentage. But you're supposed to get, if you win at regional level, divisional, regional level is 1,000. Divisional is 2,000. Company wide is supposed to be 5,000. A maximum raise for 5 years, and a maximum bonus for 5 years.
Oh.
Sounds like crap.
So my max bonus structure at my store, which I had an uncapped bonus, but if what it meant was it went 200, I would have brought home every bonus like $5,500.
Yeah, they should have paid.
Which was every 90 days, right?
Quarterly, right?
90, 120.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
and what I didn't like is, so I worked at AutoZone too for like almost a year, just under a year. Anyways, well, what I didn't like, so I was a driver, and
I'm really sorry. They work y'all like dogs.
They did, and the problem is here locally, red shirts are only allowed 25 hours.
Really?
Oh yeah. Red shirts are only allowed 25 hours. But since every store is technically a separate entity, I can have 25 hours at this store, 25 hours at this store, 25 hours at this store.
What state
if you pull Kansas? So here's the problem. What you couldn't get full time for 1 year, okay? But if you pulled between 40 and 45 hours a week, bouncing from store to store for 6 weeks straight, they would manually force you through as full time at your home store.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the problem. I did 5.5 weeks, and in the middle of my 6th week, corporate called and locked me out of all the other stores.
It wasn't corporate, it was your RM.
It might have been, but my store manager says, man, you're 3 days short, and I got an email from corporate that locked you out.
So I met that RM when I was in Iowa.
James?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a cunt.
And my DM
Holy
was
fuck.
my DM
My
was
leg's
yelling
fucking
at me.
cramped up bad.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you, Blue.
So Goosehead, sorry to hear about that. I mean, if you found that much shortage, they should have paid you out. That's a bunch of crap.
My LP guy was furious because my LP guy would have also gotten like an award for me being in his area. He was like, "It's bullshit. It's bullshit."
Yeah.
Because if that had happened, I would have the craziest EcoBoost on the planet.
Yeah, you would.
And I'd have a GT 500.
I think you need to move it to get some blood flow to it.
I can't move it yet. It's cramping up so bad that it's trying to pull the heel of my leg up towards my ass.
Okay.
That's what she said.
I know that feeling though. That happens to me every morning. I have that same problem every morning because of my back. I wake up and my legs cramp up on me, and I have to stand up and force and it hurts so bad to do it. Oh my God. I feel
It fucking hurts so bad.
I feel your pain. I understand.
So Zach, I got a very important question I need to ask you.
What's that?
Got a very important question to ask you. How do you feel about Mike not having a beard over there?
He shaved it quite a few times over the years. I'm quite
he's
used to it.
seen me without it.
Shit.
It's coming back though. My wife didn't like the goatee, so I shaved it off so I could grow the full beard back. It's coming back. I don't like it.
If I shaved mine off, you guys would laugh.
There are
Mine kind of blends in with my hair.
Yeah.
Well, stand on the good leg, hang on to your chair handle because it's taller, and then try to like tap your foot or something.
I
I don't know. I'm just trying to
That's
think
what
get
it's
blood flow
all
to it.
about. You okay? Oh.
He muted us.
Dang it. He muted himself. He didn't mute us. He can still hear us.
There's a stanky leg.
Oh, shoot.
We're assholes.
Yep.
Most of the time, yeah.
So you still work at AutoZone, or where you work now?
I'm at Firestone now.
I worked for them for quite some time.
I like it pretty well.
What do you do there? Are you a service manager or?
Yeah, manager. Well, yeah. So that's what everybody calls me, but like their positioning stuff is weird. So like you have manager of tire sales, you have service manager, you have manager of vehicle services, which is what I'm technically am, and it's the exact same thing. My position just shows one like tier higher over hierarchy, which makes no sense at all. But I guess there's some stores that are so busy they have a manager of tire services, which is strictly rubber. He does nothing but the stock room. He pulls tires and manages the stock room. That's his entire job. He does not touch a ticket. He doesn't do anything. Then there's the service manager, which is over the shop, and then there's what they call me. And technically, the only thing I do differently is that I'm considered a store manager in training at the same time. So I'm like, if a spot opens up in my town, I get it before anybody else gets it. Even the service manager that's at that store.
How do you like Firestone?
I really like the 50% off tires discount. Well, I mean, so it's good for, I mean, like all the benefits are great. The insurance is amazing. The tire discount's great, but like for the stuff that I don't want to do, only having to pay $30 an hour for labor is pretty nice. Parts, I paid the list price. Like I needed a battery the other day, and AutoZone I got 20% off a battery. So a battery's $200, I'd pay $180. Or 160. Whatever the math is there. But at Firestone, I needed a battery on my buddy's car that I'm borrowing, and he paid for it. But he's like, I'm gonna go to AutoZone, I'll get a battery, it's gonna be like 160, 180. And I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, hey, by the way, I can get a battery for $97. That's a 3-year warranty. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna send you my card info right now. And I'm like, cool. So I mean, our part price is better than my part price was. And of course now I have a commercial account, so I get a good price on just parts at AutoZone anyway, but it's nice. And the hours are good. I like being hourly again instead of salary. Bonuses are killing it. Getting paid weekly is awesome.
Oh, I missed that. I
You
missed
guys
that.
doing double 2.5 times?
Do what?
What are you guys marking up the parts? 2 times, 2.5?
Depending on what it is, it's 180 to 230.
Yeah, sounds about right. Who left?
I was running a Midas, and there was a new owner of a franchise, and there were like 6 or 7 stores that he owned, and the stores weren't doing that hot, so he wanted us to increase the labor as far as the price of that, and then do triple the price of the parts.
Jesus.
And I was in Arizona. I'm like, in like a bad area, and I'm like, dude, they're not going to pay this. I'm being nice to them, and I'm being polite, and yes sir, and all that. And this is going back 15 years ago. And I did what that he wanted, and the other stores did, and the customers just disappeared, and within a year and a half he went bankrupt.
Yeah. Well, and I was trying to explain to a customer we had today, because they were mad about how expensive our oil changes are. They wanted a semi-synthetic oil change, and it's $74. So you got to think, $74, and most of that's going to the tech when you really boil down to it. And like me and Dylan were going over stuff just because all the stuff he's training me on, and there is not a single oil change that we make money on at all. And I'm not saying like $1, $2. I'm saying like we go negative every single oil change.
That's how it's always been. You charge $25 for an oil change back in the day. You're spending $20 in materials, and it was to find other stuff.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. It's to find the tires, it's to find the brakes, it's to find all those other things you can help somebody. 100%.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out for the night.
Okay, Zach.
Happy New Year, Zach.
Thanks for coming in.
Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
Have a good
Peace
one,
out, guys.
Later.
Peace out, Dad.
Have a good one, man.
But enough shop talk. So sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Shop talk. Car
Nothing
talk.
wrong with that.
Oh, so far, blow off valve has not come in. Well, hold on, let me read that. Everything but the head and the blow off valve are in my possession. The hardline kit came in today for the blow off valve and the boot reference adapters, spark plugs, the balance shaft delete kit that I'm probably not even going to need anymore, but I'll keep it anyway. Whole bunch of stuff. Hey, you want a balance shaft delete kit?
I already have one.
Okay.
A massive.
That's what mine is. Dude, so you could have warned me that this package comes in with a Slim Jim in it and says, "Nice to meet ya, MEAT." What the fuck?
Hey, that Slim Jim was tasty too.
Mine was hard as a brick.
Mine was not. It was perfect. It was just like a normal Slim Jim, a little teeny one.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, I got my hardline kit for the blow off valve from Parker Performance, and they sent me a Liquid Moly keychain, a Liquid Moly sticker, 4 of their stickers, a coupon for like 30% off of Liquid Moly. I was like,
I like Liquid Moly. It worked well in my car, and I'll probably put some in again.
I like it. What was funny though is I had Gateway changed my oil, and they poured like half a quart in, and then they called me and they're like, "Hey Mike, why did you bring us antifreeze?" And I'm like, "It's not antifreeze. Did you not read the bottle?" And they're like, "Hold on, let me go read it." And he's like, "The oil's UV green?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, the Crow Moly.
For
Liquid Moly.
Yeah, it was the Molly Gen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
I'm
one.
like,
the one I used is not the green. So.
Yeah, I'm like, it's their really, really top of the line oil.
Yeah, I use the one side down, which is more of a brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they about had a heart attack because they thought they poured coolant in my oil.
So what's left on the engine?
Waiting for the block, waiting for the head, waiting for the gaskets. Now I have to go buy a rear main seal, an oil pump, a pickup tube.
Hold on, the block doesn't come with the rear main seal?
Nope.
Kind of a bitch.
I mean, I'm doing everything out of the motor. I mean, out of the car though, so it's not like
Yeah, it's not hard to do. But just like any rear main seal, if you don't do it right, exactly right, it will start leaking instantly.
Well, luckily for me, a guy that works on Chevys 90% of his life is putting it in.
Oh, so it'll die.
So
Don't say
so the head gasket. What options do you have?
OE.
That's the
Is there anything better than that? Just because of I know they
There
made
is
improvements.
500 different options out there, and every single engine builder will tell you to go OE.
Now, isn't the OE the metal?
Yeah, it's MLS that's nitro coated.
And you still get the O-rings, right?
Still get the O-rings, and of course, my head's O-ringed anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's actually the OE is a really good head. If you get the right one, it's all the different head gasket issues the RS had and the Mustang had were all because the RS got a Mustang head gasket put on it. The ones that were bad, there were less than 10,000 of them. In fact, there were less than a crate of them.
Yep.
That happened to, but because when you read forums, all the bad stuff gets talked about. Good stuff, nobody.
Because if I remember correctly, essentially what was happening was one of the water jackets was closed off, so the water was sitting in there and sitting in there and sitting in there and sitting in there until eventually, it blew through.
So what happened is they mismarked a package, not the actual. The head gasket itself was marked correctly,
but they were assembly line gaskets, so they weren't in bags. They were just a big thing of head gaskets.
Yeah, it was marked incorrect, so it went to the wrong place. And instead of going on Mustang 2.3s, it went on RS 2.3s, and RS 2.3s were different than the Mustang 2.3s, and so it created a little bit of an issue because these are just assembly line workers. They didn't care. They were just throwing things on. They weren't seeing that there was a block fucking,
I mean, because there's some holes anyway that a head gasket's going to cover up. So,
that's true. It's true.
No worries, Blue.
You'd think you'd notice the difference. Yeah, I understand the whole leg pissed off thing, Ford Blue. Had that problem. I have that problem every day.
I get Charlie horses on my right
I get
leg.
hamstrings that cramp. I get crafts that cramp. I get my foot cramps, top and bottom and toes, depending on the day. And the top part, when it cramps in the top part of your ankle, that's right here, that's really a bitch to stop.
It is.
It is.
But
pizza sounds really
I
good.
love that hardline kit though, man. I was looking at it earlier and I'm like, ooh, this is a nice blue.
Yeah.
Just gonna go grab a coffee, fellas.
And I like how their adapter, their plugs are they're like the pressure tight. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure because I didn't.
Like you literally stick the hose in it and it locks.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yep.
Hey, Pinks, which foot is bothering you? Is it your left one, your clutch foot?
Both.
Yeah.
It's all because of my back. It's all because of my
I need to switch from stick shift to automatic because of my left foot, because those bones up on top were bothering me. And that's why I had to switch over because arthritis there.
Yeah, see, I'll get in my truck or my car if I'm having a bad day, if my back's really bothering me and it's pinching the nerves really bad, I'll get in any car. Doesn't matter what it is. And both my legs will like cramp up on me and I can't hit anything. I can't do the gas, the brake, or a clutch.
That sounds like you need a Tesla.
It sounds like you need to kiss my ass. They still have pedals.
They do, but you just ain't got to use them.
So with the head gaskets, doesn't the Mustang 2.3 still have problems with it though?
The 2.3
Weren't there head
does have
gasket
a
issues with that?
So the 2.3's problem is people like me that take them over 400 horsepower.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So as long as you don't, so as long as you leave it stock, you're fine.
As long as you're not out there making like pulls at every red light.
So
And then-
the problem is they went open deck, which I understood it. They wanted more cooling in there, unlike the 2.0 block, which is a closed deck head or a closed deck body block. Oh my God, get the word straight. And it caused issues with having weakened cylinder walls. And there's a point where they know where the weakened part is. I mean, it's a you can look online and find out about it, and they know exactly where the weakened points are, and those are the problems.
So here is the things that have been fixed on the 2.3 Mustang over the years. So in 15, they came out. 15s were notorious for everything. In 16, just about the same. 17, it got a little bit better. They changed the cylinder wall supports in 17.
Yeah, we have a 17.
Yeah. In 18, they said, okay, we need to redo some things. They
Redesign.
changed how the cylinder walls were again. They changed how the cooling jackets were again. They changed the ECU to a Continental, which was a good thing and a bad thing because they took a lot of tables off that now tuners have to kind of do some finagling with. But I think in 19 or 20, they put GT radiators in all the EcoBoost, which is something that should have been done from the very beginning. And in 19, they got rid of slotted cylinder walls and put drilled walls. And now, from what I've understood, is the S650s are potentially a semi-closed deck.
They are a semi-closed deck. That's the new improvement to the newer, higher powered ones. Is they went to a more closed deck and they solved a couple of problems with the water jacket issue, and they are continuing to use GT radiators in them.
Yeah.
So
Because
is the 19 still limited to 400 horsepower, or can you push it past that?
To a point. So past 400, your issues are two things. Valve float, which I learned, and that there's still prone to head lift, and the rods aren't the greatest, and it's still not a keyed crank.
Yeah, which just drives me insane.
So you're better off buying a car that somebody yanked a Coyote out of and building an aftermarket block and stuff in it if you want to go 4-cylinder, to be for real.
So what you do is you just find a wrecked RS, take the engine out of it, put 2.3 internals in it, and you're good to 600. And if you get it built, you're good past that.
Without building it, yeah.
By the way,
but they have a keyed crank. Why do they have a keyed crank?
Because they knew about the problems.
Well, but that's old compared to the new Mustangs. They
'Cause
could have fixed the new Mustang heads. I don't know
Because
why-
they've been playing with the 2.3 and the Rangers. They've been playing with the 2.3 and the Mazdas. They've been playing with the 2.0s and the Fusions.
because all you need, according to Ford, is 2 friction washers.
What do you got there? Oh, what was that?
Diabetes.
That was too quick. Oh,
no, it's not diabetes.
Oh, pigs in a blanket.
Oh, there you go. That's the
Oh,
good
you're
stuff.
killing me, son. I don't have that.
And he had meatballs, so he's eating wieners and balls.
Wieners
So my cramp was my hamstring. And
Ooh.
I know what I know what all my cramps are from. My cramps are from a few years back, actually quite a few years back. I had been going 80 hours a week, and on a Saturday during mid-summer heat, I am hanging out with my nephew and my sons, and we are in the heat all day drinking Mountain Dew, and then we load our bicycles up and we go to the racetrack, the BMX racetrack.
Oh, fuck.
And I fucking am out there racing, and I have a heat stroke and fall out, break my shoulder in half. And now I have chronic dehydration, severe. And since I've been going 80 hours a week, guess what I haven't been drinking?
Water.
or my Pedialyte. I've been rocking coffee from the time I wake up until literally fall over at night.
I learned that a long time ago.
So
Diuretic.
I usually drink 32 ounces of Pedialyte a day, plus I usually drink, 64 ounces of water a day. And I mean, the doctors have told me that I am severe chronic dehydrated. So,
What up, fat boy?
Hey, Fat Boy Fox.
Oh, by
I
the
know-
way, I just want to say we got 3 of the best colored Mustangs in the panel right now.
Blue?
Yes.
Blue.
Plus
Oh,
Blue
there's no-
himself. Plus Blue himself.
Oh, hold on. Right, there's mine. The
Are any of yours blue?
yes, I have an 89 coupe that's blue. It's basically robin's egg blue.
Oh, that's
And
so beautiful.
Mustang LX 91 LX has got a blue one right there too.
Yeah, it's
This
beautiful.
should
looking.
now be known as the Blue Mustang Collective.
Now mine
Oh.
is a parts car.
Yeah.
Ah.
That one's a parts car. The 91 LX that's his cannibal. He's cannibalizing that
That's the one
one.
you're cannibalizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still a pretty color though. You're building a Calypso, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is a green, but
Yes.
green is a
Green, blue, teal. Yeah. Not really blue.
You can't make green without blue.
No.
Right. So, anyways, that was the worst cramp I've ever had. I'm stretched, bent over forwards halfway, and the wife was rubbing my hamstring trying to get it to release. And she's doing the karate chop and the rubbing, and
Oh,
and
no, I know
it took a long time to get it to release. And right now, it feels like if I put my leg wrong, it'll instantly do it again.
I know
Your
that.
muscle is still spasming.
Did you hear
Yes.
what Mike was singing?
No.
He was going to put your left foot out.
The problem is
I couldn't move it.
I couldn't do nothing. It's that
You know,
one.
My hamstrings when they cramp, that's the worst. I mean,
It's violent
like
too.
when this cramps on the top of my foot,
Oh yeah.
that's hard to get rid of, and it keeps you from being able to do pretty much anything. But it's nowhere near as bad as that when my hamstrings, because it's a much larger muscle.
Yeah,
And-
hamstring's the worst.
And if I'm not careful and I don't stop it, it will put my fucking heel in my ass, like you were saying earlier. I've had that
Yep.
happen before. My calf's done that to me before too, but when I was in the Army, that's when that happened. That hasn't really. My calves will cramp now, but I can pop those pretty easily. I mean, it's painful, but I know how to get them out. But in the Army, when I ran all the time, they would calf cramps would be low potassium, not enough water kind of thing. Now it doesn't matter. I can have all the potassium, all the magnesium, all the water. Doesn't matter. I cramp every day.
Let's just be
So-
glad that our privates don't cramp like our better halves.
So
No
to
shit.
tell you, so when I tell you that my toes and my foot is tingly now, you know
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly
100%.
what you're talking about. And you
100%.
don't
Yeah.
want to move. You just don't want to move. You want to like hold that spot and be like, I'm not moving. If I move, it's gonna cramp again, and I'm done. I deal with that almost every morning when I wake up with one of the muscles in my legs, and sometimes both legs at the same time. Every
About
day.
about a month ago, I got woke up in the middle of the night with my leg, the inside of my thighs, both of them, all the way down to my ankles.
Yeah,
Both of them.
So I think you might have some back issues like I do then.
Oh, my back's fucked.
No, not that your back's fucked, that it's pinching the nerves.
Well, my lower 3 vertebrae are naturally fused together from injuries.
Okay.
I had when I was 16 years old, I had a 12 by 16 wooden shed fall over on me. I couldn't walk for almost 3 weeks. I crawled around the house.
When was the last time you had a lower back MRI done?
Oh, hang on, it gets way worse. Oh no, my chiropractor had me MRI'd probably 2 or 3 years ago when
I went to a chiropractor this year for the first time in a long time, and I found that their back adjustments made me hurt worse. Their neck adjustments are great, but I can't have them do my lower back anymore because of what's wrong with me. It doesn't help. It hurts me more. I have what's called stenosis. I don't know if you know what that is. I have stenosis. That's where the nerves come out of your spine. It's them. It's cramping down on them, and it causes a lot of major issues. For a while, I actually had to use when it first started bothering me, and before I got physical therapy and worked it back out, I had to use a walker. I really couldn't walk with it. It scared me. This was like 2 years ago. And I got that fixed, and then I get in a car accident, and it brought it back instantly. Like, hurt me so bad. And then the pain was worse. So when I got hit, the pain was the worst I've ever had it. Now I live with that pain every day. And people don't understand when I tell them that. And I can't walk. And if I stand up all day working, like at my job, I can't. Like, because when I'm working, standing up, I'm like standing in one spot for a long time, not moving. And that hurts more than anything. Moving helps. So, and I think some of the guys at work don't understand what I mean when I say how much pain I'm in from that.
Right.
So useless.
So when I broke my collarbone, I split it in half, and not like broke like this.
You split it down the middle. Yeah.
I broke it like this.
I had a friend that did that. Oh, that's horrible.
All right. So I'm in the sling. I'm on the way to my checkup, one of my checkups, which I'm only like a week and a half into this break. And it's snow on the ground. It's really bad. The roads are icy. And I'm driving down the road because the wife she's terrified to drive in the bad weather like that. So I'm driving and I feel like I got a flat tire suddenly. So I pull over, I pull onto a side street, I step out of the car, and the moment I step out of the car, I slip and fall, and I'm in a sling on my left shoulders in the sling. And, first thing to do is put your arm out to catch your ass. I slip backwards. Well, I'm still in the door. I'm just climbing out of the car when I slip. My feet go underneath the door, and I catch my other arm, my elbow, on the rocker panel area of the car, and it rips my rib socket off my spine.
Oh. That hurt
so-
listening to that.
So when I tell you this,
I know what that feels like.
When I tell you this, you can stand behind me and you can see my rib socket. So my spine's here, and you can see my rib socket poked out from my spine.
Oh, you didn't get it. They never fixed it. They never put it back.
My chiropractor put it back 2 days later.
Okay, because I've had mine out before too. I know exactly what that feels like. It's
violent.
That is the cracked ribs in the front.
Violent pain. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's.
So I've got a question. Are we going to be able to work on cars in 10 years?
With the AI robots that I'm gonna buy by then, yeah.
So all right. So because of my lower three vertebrae, all right. So first off, I'm lucky. I'm strong as a fucking ox. All right. Pick up a 4-cylinder out of the, an engine, let's say, trying to think to give you a good description. I'm 44. I'm still as strong as an ox. I can pick up
So
an
was I
Allison
at 44.
transmission.
At 44,
Okay.
I would do the same thing.
I still pick up transfer cases and lift them above my head and Dodge 2500 series trucks, lift them above my head and stab them into the truck. Okay. I still do it. But the problem is, and I can do it, but if there's any twist at all in my lifting, I have to lift straight up and down, period. If there's any twist at all, I'm down for the count. Take me to the fucking chiropractor. I can't walk.
You sound like me, Blue. You do.
So
at 44, I was like that. And now I got unlucky and I started ripping bicep tendons on both arms. And they're all ripped up and they won't heal. And I can't, if I put too much like force into anything, if I were to try and arm wrestle anybody right now, I'd put myself in the hospital basically. I can't lift like I used to. I can't do anything like I used to. I mean, yes, I am overweight. If I lose some weight, I'd probably be in better shape somewhat, but not enough to do
Boy
it.
Fox.
Not to where I have to use transmission jacks now. How's that?
Right. I do use transmission jacks.
But I didn't used to have to.
Right. I know. My boss forces us to.
Well, it's a smart thing. Usually.
It is a smart thing, and sometimes, and he tells us, don't lift that transfer case. Grab one of the other guys, have them help you stab the transfer case.
Yeah.
But it's not always easy. You know, they're in the middle of stabbing a transmission on the back of the block. I can't pull them off halfway in the middle of doing that to come over and help me do my transfer case. You know what I mean? So I'll just grab it and throw it in.
But a Dodge transfer case is not light.
It is not. And I'll pick that bitch up from the floor and lift it up above my head and stab it into the truck on the lift.
Weigh like 300 pounds. Well, no, those are only like 200.
Yeah. So I am lucky. I am strong as a fucking ox, but
I hope you stay that way. I really do.
I know. And I've been trying to be more careful and more cautious and pay more attention. One of the things that fucks me up the worst is laying and crawling underneath the dash, having to twist underneath the dash to fix a car.
You mean like doing the backwards into? Yeah.
Yes. There's been times I was stuck because my back popped out of place and I couldn't get out from. I was stuck. Took two people to slide and lift me out of the car because I could not get out.
My wife helped me with that last time it happened.
And
she grabbed me and pulled me out. And yeah, I hit my head against the car, but I didn't care. I was able to get up.
Yep.
But
So now I know that if I'm going to have to be under the dash for a while, let's say that I'm going to do a 5-speed conversion in a Fox body and I'm taking all the automatic pedals out and putting the 5-speed pedals in. I promise you the seat is coming out and my feet are going to be in the back seat I will kick my shoes off and lay down in the floor with my feet up in the seat. I don't care if it's a customer's car. It's either that or I'm stuck because I'll throw my back out and I can't do it no more. Huh?
You just take your shoes off. I do that in my car.
I do. Yep.
Because I don't want to
hell.
Seats.
Yep. Hell, when I did the little blue car, I swept and cleaned my floor in the garage really well. And I just rocked socks and shoes or socks in my garage and in my car while I was doing all the interior in it because that's what I had to do because I don't get in the car with shoes on while I'm building it.
No.
So
luckily I'm in my garage doing it when I do it. So
then a few years ago, I slipped and fell on the ice because of the fucking shoes I wear. I slipped and fell on the ice. And I slipped the opposite direction as the last time. I did not knock out a rib socket, but the soft tissue between your rib socket and your spine, I tore it.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, so
damn.
These people want to talk about pain. I fucking deal with pain.
So do I.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about you guys that on here. I'm talking about these people that have never been hurt in their fucking life. Talking about, I hurt so bad. I need some Percocet. What happened? Well, I just hurt. Why? I just hurt. From what? I just hurt. Yeah.
I always hurt.
Well, there's a difference between our injuries and our fucking being hurt. You know, our
So it's
broken
funny.
shit.
It's funny is when people ask me, how do you deal with it? I'm like, I don't know. I've just been doing it for so long. I deal with it. My doctor told me over 5 years ago I needed surgery on both shoulders.
Yep.
I haven't gotten it done yet because that would take so much. The recovery time on shoulders is forever. And I couldn't do them both at the same time because that would leave me with no hand to use at all.
Shoulders,
So I
hip,
did
knees,
one
and ankles.
Another. And I can't take that kind of time off work. I don't have that much time. It's like 3 months recovery minimum.
Yep. Well, here's another one for you. When I was 15, 16, playing football, tore, I don't remember which one it is. What's the tendon on the inside of the knee?
The ACL.
One's a meniscus. Okay. One's a meniscus. Not the one on the inside so I can move my kneecap to the side an inch and a half.
Well, the meniscus is all around.
Okay.
You've got an ACL, an LCL, and one other one. But the LCL is the lower, and the ACL is the anterior. Okay, ACL is anterior crucial ligament, and LCL is something else crucial ligament. And I can't remember. Those are the big ones that control your knee. I've torn my ACL.
Okay, so all right, so when I got tackled from behind, and the heel of my foot was almost on top, or the top of my foot was almost on top of my thigh.
Okay,
from
so
behind.
What happens? You ripped all your meniscus mostly, and your kneecap loses all holding. Yeah, you've torn your knee completely apart.
Yes. So I was supposed to have surgery on this many years ago.
And you never did.
I never did. So I can be walking, working something, and my knee will just leave.
Okay.
Like,
so
Yep,
gone.
same as me.
So if you have torn your LCL or your LCL, either one of those, you can't walk. If it's
Okay.
ripped in half, you can't walk. Your meniscus, on the other hand, that's one of those things that'll kind of sort of heal, but won't, and will go out on you over and over and over and over again until you're, older and soon, if you keep doing it, it won't heal anymore. It'll stop, and then you won't walk at all.
Yep. And in the wintertime, holy fuck, it hurts.
So mine hurts
And-
only because I have metal in there, and so
Okay.
certain weather things make it hurt more because it's a titanium that's I got this nasty screw in one and what they call a button on the other end where they replace my LCL or my ACL with I think I used peg or cow. No, that's right. I went cadaver. I used a dead humans. But those metal pieces, when it certain temperatures and humidities and or whatever, weather patterns make it hurt. I mean, just like pain. And I can walk fine. It just hurts no matter what, whether I'm not walking or walking.
So, all right. So skateboard accident. Broke this bone all the way through and fractured this one. Opposite wrist at the same time, broke the opposite bone all the way through and fractured the other one. In cast and splints for 6 weeks. Okay. Got out of the cast and was told I could go back to playing and skateboards and football. And I, like 2 weeks later, is when my knee happened. And I was in the brace with the metal rods on the side.
Metal rods on the side.
For another fucking 6 weeks. And they told me I needed surgery. And after 6-ish weeks, I took the brace off and just no more sports, no more bicycles, no more skateboards for a long fucking time.
Yeah, I never took that much time off of any of that. So I was skateboarding and I was coming down my hill in front of my house, and it was one of those, steep hills on that asphalt that really in North Carolina, it had a lot of aggregate in it, so it was rough asphalt
And
right?
sharp as hell. Yep.
Yeah.
Same with
So
Arkansas.
instead of falling, I decided, I jump off. I'm getting the wobbles. I'm getting the high speed wobbles because my trucks were a little loose on an old Pal Peralta that I had built myself. And my trucks were a little loose. I should have tightened them up, but I didn't. So I was getting the speed wobbles. So I jumped off of it and was running down the hill. And my skateboard followed me, and I didn't realize it, and it got back up under my foot. And that's when everything went bad.
Yep.
And my foot went over 200, and not quite 320, but over 270 degrees. It was about a 290-degree twist of my whole foot. And I didn't break a single bone. And my doctor was doing everything, and I mean, it swelled up. It was huge. It was like grapefruit size. And my doctor, and they did all the tests and the x-rays and everything it could. It's like, it had been better if you had broken it. I didn't break a single thing, but I ripped every tendon and ligament out of my ankle.
Oh, shit.
But it recovered. It just took a long time.
That thing must have been black and blue pink.
Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was scary looking. I wish, this is back before digital cameras or, we were using film, and we didn't take any pictures of it. And, had it been like now, and anybody going to get that, or am I going to have to do it?
So, talking about the asphalt hills, I lived in Plainview, Arkansas, which is just down the road from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah.
This was 1987, so I was eight-ish years old, and we lived on a hill. We were on the side of the hill, and me and my friends, and you remember the shorts that were wore in the 80s? It was the short blue shorts with the white trim.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm in flip-flops. I'm wearing those shorts with no shirt on, and I live on the side of a hill. Okay. And we're going to the top of the road. We're sitting on our skateboard and we're riding down the hill on the skateboard. And it's that sharp aggregate asphalt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's
okay.
Worse than anything.
Okay. So I was sitting on the skateboard and flying down this son of a bitch. I had done it 8, 10, 12 times already. So I go back up the hill, and it's a pretty steep ass hill. So I go back to the top, and I'm racing this other kid, and my skateboard stops.
Oh,
Guess what did not stop?
You.
Me. And remember, I was sitting on the skateboard, and I'm wearing those little 1986 fucking shorts. Guess what stayed on the asphalt?
Your shorts.
My ass.
And your
My ass, my shorts. And remember, I was wearing those little cheap fucking Kmart style flip flops.
Oh, your feet.
Before I got stopped, it had rubbed through half of my fucking flip flops into the heel of my feet.
I can feel that now as you just talk about it. I can feel that happening. And it's so painful. I hated that asphalt. I love smooth asphalt. That asphalt was the worst.
Yep. My mom had still, as far as I know, still has Polaroids of the fucking blood and the scars and the scabs that ran from, it was all across my heels, so I couldn't walk. It went from the back of my knee all the way to the top of my ass crack on both fucking legs and the palm of my hands.
Ugh.
And I had to lay on my stomach and be lifted up off the floor so I could go to the bathroom. And I was 8 years old, and I had to lay on the floor just to watch TV, to eat, to everything for shit. I was 8 years old, so I remembering it. Now I remember it as being most of my life. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it was fucking horrible. I couldn't sit on the toilet to go to the bathroom, nothing. It was once a week I had to go to the doctor. They checked it for infection because it was so bad. My mom and grandma and dad, it was so bad that they couldn't even doctor
When
it.
that happened to me, and I did that, and I ended up turning so it was the side of my thigh instead of my butt. When I got to the hospital, they were using these just nasty scrub brushes to clean everything out. Oh my God, that hurt so bad. I still remember that pain. That I see torture on TV and movies, you know, where they torture like a captive to try and get information out of them. And I don't think what they did to them hurt as bad as what they did to me to clean that wound out.
No shit. Absolutely.
My wife is living in the future. She's in 2023 already.
Oh, right on. Well, Happy New Year.
Yeah, because she's 2 hours ahead of me.
So another one. I'm working on my uncle's fox body, and I cannot get it to take any more antifreeze. I've got about 1.25 gallons in it, and I'm working on it. I cannot get it to take antifreeze. Can't get it to take antifreeze. Yep, but the damn thing's getting hot. And it's getting boiling hot. And the fucking thing blew the fucking radiator up on me and melted all the fucking skin off my arm.
Never had that happen. Thank God.
And you remember that, babe? And I had to go to the hospital, and they used that brown shit and that fucking scrub brush and scrubbed all the fucking skin off. And then I got oh my God. Oh, it was so fucking painful. And then they put the artificial skin on my whole arm. Oh my God.
Were they apologizing to you the whole time they were doing it?
No, they were being kind of rude, weren't they, babe?
Okay, good. So the same as mine, because I've known people who've had that done, and the people apologize to them as they're having scrubbed the shit out of them. And
right.
It hurt too much. No, the ones doing it to me knew who I was because my stepdad worked at that hospital, was the controller. So he was and so I knew all these people doing this shit to me, and they were hurting me, and they didn't care because they knew what kind of an asshole I was.
Right. What was you saying, babe?
I was just thinking about the one you said when you were a kid and you hit your teeth on the front of the windshield.
Oh yeah. Here's another one.
Gonna make my teeth hurt.
I've got to tell you.
Hold on. Happy New Year, Shell. Thank you for stopping.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Shell.
2023, and things work out the way you want them to.
So, yes, Happy New Year, Shell. All right, so here's one. So I'm about 12 years old, and Dad got a 69. It was a 69 LTD with a 429. And he just got it running in the front yard and decides to take it around to the backyard. And he puts the hood on, and he's like, you boys can ride on the hood around because we were sitting on the hood. And he said, you can ride on the hood around to the backyard. So I hop on I grab up on the hood, and I grab the edge of the hood. And when he gasses it, he gassed it just a little bit, but I slid forward towards the windshield, hit my fucking teeth on the windshield. And it shattered. It did not crack or pit the fucking windshield at all, but it shattered my teeth, and white powder just went poof on the fucking windshield.
Ow, that hurts.
That hurts just to think about, man.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
No.
No more.
We ain't done yet.
Making me hurt too much.
So my teeth start feeling better, and we're riding our bicycle, and I go to the fucking BMX track, and Dude, I case the fucking third of the triples and slam into my handlebars and bust the same teeth off even more.
I am so glad that anytime I went BMXing, I used a full face fucking helmet.
I should have. Holy fuck.
They
But when I was 13, I went.
required it at one of the tracks I went to because where I used to race BMX, they used to require a full helmet. It didn't have to have the goggle part, but you got that front mouth guard.
Yep.
And
I was practicing
saved
trying
me
to get
probably-
on the circuit.
That probably saved all my teeth many times. Now I raced BMX for a little while in the junior circuit around in North Carolina, but then I moved up and just said screw it and went to motocross. I was tired of pedaling and went to 250 unlimited motocross.
Right on.
Yeah.
So when I was
That was
13,
the
my
worst.
stepmom went and got me new fake teeth, and then I broke them again on a different bicycle.
Was that your permanent teeth?
Yes, it was my permanent teeth, and then my stepmom, 13 or 14 or 15, I don't remember what year I was. She went and had the teeth repaired, and then like 3 months after they were repaired, I crashed my bicycle into my handlebars. My teeth went again.
Thank you, Shell. I could not remember that it was anterior and lateral. I did say anterior, didn't I? Yeah. But I didn't remember lateral. Shell answered the question about the ACL and LCL. It was lateral cruciate ligament is the other one.
Yeah, I don't have any teeth either, so I get it.
Yeah, so
that makes my teeth feel bad. That makes my
oh
teeth
yeah.
These are my teeth though. Yours are
Mine
fake.
mine are all fake. I don't have a single tooth in my mouth.
Really? You got dentures?
Yep.
Oh,
So
my ex-wife's the same way.
talking about dentures, I go to get my teeth cleaned and go get a teeth checkup because our insurance is pretty good. And the doctor tells me, look, here's the deal. You have perfect teeth. The problem is you have a receding gum line, probably from using too stiff of a toothbrush for so long. Your teeth are still perfect, but you're going to start having problems at the gum line because with the receding gum line, there's no enamel there because the gum has always been there.
Yeah, I have the same issue. I've gotten
So-
better over the last couple of years because but I need to find a dentist. Since I moved here, I haven't gone to the dentist, and I was actually due for my 6 months in January, February time, which is when I moved here.
So he tells me that there is a surgery and your insurance will cover about half.
It hurts.
They do a surgery to where they slice all your gums off your teeth and use stitches to pull your gums down back over the fucking part that has
So-
no.
I had that done for.
It's painful.
Do not get it done.
And it's expensive, and it doesn't last. From what
It
I
doesn't.
don't
It
last.
It lasted a year and a half, and I will tell you, I have had a lot of stuff break. I deal with, my nerve in my hip and everything. Everything I've ever broke, even getting all of my teeth taken out in the same day, that is the most painful surgery I've ever had in my life.
The
So-
gum. Yeah, don't do it. Just
I'm not. I'm getting all my teeth pulled this year and gonna go for dentures. My insurance will pay for all my teeth removal for free, and they'll pay for half of my dentures.
Do it.
Well, that's
Just
not
do
bad.
that.
Though.
I
That's
tell
good.
you.
That's good insurance, though. I wish I had that. I don't need to do that, but I do have the receding gum line, but all my teeth are fine, and they're just. But yeah,
What cracked me up about it was they said we'll do the top in one visit and the second part in the other visit. They told me up front. They said we just want you to know the second one hurts more than the first one.
oh god, I miss
Because
my
your
dentist.
nerves stay active for so long in your mouth, even the ones they don't do. So when they do the second set, your nerves go into shock for months.
Yeah.
So why are you having all your teeth pulled? I missed that.
Because I have a receding gum line and my fucking teeth are exposed with no enamel, and it's $10,000, and my insurance will only pay half, but my insurance will pay for the surgery to pull the gums down is like $10,000, and my insurance will only pay half, but my insurance will pay 100% to remove my teeth, and they'll pay half for dentures.
Got it. Do you have a lot
So
of
this
pain
year,
right now, or no?
I have perfect teeth except for the part of my teeth that are fucking exposed. So I don't drink super cold shit. And if I
Right.
do, I drink super cold stuff out of a straw, and I don't let it touch my fucking teeth. And
So
I
some-
have ledges around where the gum used to be. It's all white. I have no fucked up shit. It's all white. The problem is because there's no enamel where the gum line is pulled down. And they said it's because I've always used extra firm or firm toothbrushes.
Yeah, something I've never done.
I've always used it, and I used to carry it around with me and chew on it. So they said that I forced my gums down by chewing on it.
Huh. Okay.
But my teeth have always been super clean because I always carried a toothbrush and chewed on the fucking thing.
I was always told to use a medium to lightweight.
Soft.
Always.
Yeah.
And so I always have, but my gums are receded anyway because I have early gingivitis, which is part of that. But it's not the full thing, so I don't have the really smelly breath and stuff because
So the way to counteract that, so you don't have that, a friend of mine told me about this 20 years ago, and I don't have any pain in my mouth at all because of this. But what he said is to get rid of all the germs in your mouth. Yeah, you have like your antiseptic, but none of that stuff really works that great. Put hydrogen peroxide in your mouth. Leave it in there, swish it around, let it completely foam up for like 10 minutes. Do that once a day. And
10
it kills
minutes.
all the bacteria.
So, Ford Blue, one thing I will tell you, without teeth, your tongue can go out of your mouth about an extra 2 inches. So, Miss Ford will really love it.
So, yeah, I'm just we put more in our Flex account this year just so we can
I must
schedule
have
to get my
account. I had a Flex account in Washington. They don't offer it where I work now. I missed that because we had the max amount and we used it like in 6 months every time. I missed
So-
that account.
we put more in the account this year so I could go get my teeth pulled and get my dentures. So some point this year, I will be toothless and be doing dentures.
So wait. So just so you know, you can go and have your dentures made in the moment that they wake you up, they will put your dentures in your mouth because that is
Okay.
the best way for your gums to heal is actually by wearing the dentures.
That's what I want to do.
And what they're
That
going to tell
way-
you to do for 2 weeks is
Don't
go
take
to
'em out.
Sonic. Yeah, well, you'll take them out, but very shortly and very rarely. But what you're going to want to do is go to Sonic, buy about 3 bags of ice, and you're going to chew that ice for a month. After you do that, you will feel amazing. And what it does is breaks in your gums to handle the dentures, and it speeds up the healing process so much. It's crazy.
Okay. So that's what I was told is wear your fucking dentures while you're healing. And my adopted brother has full dentures, and he had full dentures at 25 because of dope. And
Mine were from what you have.
okay. And he has had dentures for, well, he's 2 years younger than me, and I'm 44, so fucking almost 20 years. He never takes his dentures out.
Oh my
You know,
Take
he'll
mine out every night.
he'll take his out, wash his mouth out, brush his teeth really, really good, and put them right back in. He sleeps in them. He lives in them nonstop. He takes them out, fucking cleans his mouth really good, cleans his dentures, and then puts them right back in and lives in them.
I wouldn't suggest doing that at his age because the only bad thing about dentures and extended wear is that your bones wear.
Mm.
So that's why you're supposed to take them out at night to let everything kind of like relax. But Fix-A-Dent makes a Fix-A-Dent that's got what's the S, like not Listerine, but the other one. Yeah, it's got scope in the Fix-A-Dent. Your breath smells good even if you're smoking a cigarette.
Okay. So I know that some people like the click-in ones, and some people said stay the fuck away from them. I don't want them.
I opted not to because they said that it would worsen bone wear.
Okay.
And if they ever have to take those out and replace them, they drill your bone back out.
Oh.
It's like it's hey, think of it like this. It's like a 5-4. That spark plug pops out and you rethread it.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want that going on in your mouth.
They're street racing monsters over there. Did you hear them, babe? Holy fuck. From my house, it's about a mile away, and I can hear them, and they sound like they've got to be 4-digit cars.
Yeah.
How often do you go to the track, Ford Blue?
I haven't been in 5 years. I've been working too much. I'm trying to.
I miss the track. I miss having the tracks around me that I had in Washington. I really do. Both the dirt track and the drag strips. And I was kind of jonesing this year for it. The Ford Takeover is the only track I went to this year.
Yeah.
And that was with my Focus. And it wasn't meant for that.
I have a couple of more minutes. I'm going to be on here, and then I'm going to hop off the shower because I'm waiting for the hot water to fucking get hot because I'm going to go wash my hair and take a shower and be done. So
no problem.
Hey, Pinks, I want to let you know, just remember, you were faster than all the 3 valves.
My bicycle could be faster than all the 3 valves.
That don't matter to me.
3 valves are shit.
But you gotta admit the 3-valve sounds great with cams.
No, it don't. No, it
yes,
don't.
It does.
Nothing. Nope. I don't give a fuck what anybody
302
says.
sounds
You
great.
will argue this. Nope. If you want to talk about a mod motor with cams, a 4-valve sounds better than any of them, and I don't give a shit who wants to argue about it. Period. I'm gonna stand my ground. Yeah, I know.
Your opinion yourself.
I know.
Because I believe the 3-valve sounds better than the 4-valve. That's just me.
Have you heard a nasty
Both
4-valve
sound
cam?
better than a Coyote.
Yeah, they both sound better than a Coyote. That's straight up true.
That's true.
And have you
My
heard-
fucking lawnmower sounds better than a Coyote.
My EcoBoost sounds better than a Coyote. That's.
Have you heard my Coyote?
I've heard
Yours
it in your
sounds
video
good with the
stuff.
H
Yeah.
pipe.
The only times I've ever been around your car and had to push to move.
What's that?
I said the only times I've ever got to be around your car is when it had to be pushed to move.
My car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
So, me personally, the only Coyote sound that I like is twin turbos and Fender Exit. That is it. If it is a Coyote and it don't sound like that, I don't.
By the way, did
That
Mike
is
say
my
that
opinion.
the EcoBoost sounds better than a Coyote?
He did.
I need to go back and clip that.
I just hate the sound of the Coyotes.
I'm
I hear
really
them going down the
curious what
street.
mine's going to
Like the
sound
sound
like.
of the Coyote either. That's why I had my exhaust made
Your
the way I
your
did.
sound your sounds much better with an H pipe on it, but I will hear the Coyotes with basically straight pipes. I know that they got different exhausts, but it's straight through. And you just hear those things, and they're revving the engine and they're flying down the street, and they think it sounds so cool. And I'm like, you're not much better than a Honda dude with a coffee can
I
sitting out
know.
the back pipe.
Yeah, the only difference is it sounds like 2 Hondas with coffee cans.
2 Hondas.
Tell me I'm wrong.
VTech.
It's a Civic
VTech.
squared.
Yep, it's Civic squared. Yep, during VTech, yes.
Yeah,
So
I
can you-
really am looking forward to hearing mine though. I just want to know what this cam build engine is going to sound like.
So Ford Blue, let me ask you this question. Can you put in a 4.6 crank in a Coyote so you could actually have the correct firing order and make it actually sound right?
The firing order isn't crank; it's fucking what?
Does anyone? Would you like to hear my code? I can go start it in my garage right now.
Yeah, that's
let's
fine.
go.
Go wake all the neighbors.
That won't wake them up. They're probably
So-
already awake or not home.
So, Mike,
Nights.
the throws on the crank are the same. It's not the crank that's the firing order; it's the cams.
Oh, it is. The throw is the same.
Yes. And the pistons are even the same part number. You can take a 5.0 piston and put them in a fucking. You can take a Coyote piston and put them in a 4.6 or a 5.4.
I go through all the doors to get to my garage.
And
Really
that's
gotta let
per
your beard grow back out.
that's per some of the online and the pistons are not me. That's per reading online to some of the aftermarket pistons, and it'll say 5.0 Coyote, 4.6, and 5.4 as that part number. So
I'm just
that's
gonna-
not me saying it. That's just me repeating what I read.
Maybe. Yeah.
I would love to get a hold of a 5.8. Those sounded beautiful.
Yeah, but
The price
my
tag on
5.4s
them's
sound
stupid,
just
though.
as good.
The price tag on those is just stupid right now. An ethanol cold start.
It's got that cackle to it.
How much ethanol you got in there?
5%. Yeah, it's got the cackle to it.
You're still on E, aren't you?
You got someone that I can run.
Yeah, I can tell
Yeah.
with that startup.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
So Ken told him he has to stay on ethanol.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the other pulleys.
Yep, because of the pulleys, he has to stay on it.
Yeah, it's kind of loud in there.
How much boost?
Uh,
All of
about
it.
14 pounds.
Oh, there you go. And then what does it put? What does it put down? Like
902 was what it got on the dyno.
how much?
902
On a Mustang dyno.
At the tires.
with 665 torque.
Wait, 902 with 14 pounds of boost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
It's yours could do that too if you had higher compression and better headers and bigger exhaust
Yeah.
and more injector and ethanol and a stick.
I don't think the exhaust sounds too bad, and it is a stick.
No, I mean Mike's Garage Cobra could do big numbers like that too.
Yeah.
Well, if I put a Whipple on it.
Yeah,
I have a 10R80.
but he's got compression to back up his 14 pounds of boost too.
Right. I'm only 9.2 to 1.
Yeah, he's like 11 to 1.
My new engine is 10 to 1.
What's what year is Pink's Mustang?
16.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a Gen 1.
Gen
So yeah,
2.
11 to 1.
Gen 2.
Is it a Gen 2?
Yeah, Gen 2 started in 15.
197s for Gen 1s.
So the Gen 2 was 12 to 1 compression, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So
yeah, it's a 12 to 1
Oh.
compression. Damn.
here's just for you, Ford Blue. This is the messy part of my garage.
You got enough damn
That's
toolboxes?
still better than mine.
Well, that's because I cleaned it up some today.
You have a tire rack?
I have a few things of tires.
All right.
Yeah, there's that, and then if you look behind me, there's also those tires and wheels. So these are tires with wheels on them, and these are just tires.
What wheels are
Those
those?
are for the Focus, and those are Continental. Continental.
Is that your summer tires?
Force. They are definitely summer tires. They are the Continentals where they worked with
No
Hoosier.
problem, Shell.
Have a Hoosier compound.
Nice.
Shell, I'm a Mopar boy, so it's all good.
Hopefully, before the end of this winter, most of this stuff will be gone, and I can get rid of that rack, and it'll open up a lot of room.
That'd be cool.
That'll
we
be a
can
lot of
start
parts.
building the
Those are all
Focus.
car parts. That's almost all that is. If it's not car parts, it needs to go into storage.
Mike's Garage, the cams, and that's how come not all Coyotes have the same firing order. Which is, I believe, part of the okay, so F-150s have different firing order than Mustangs, and that's why you can't put a Coyote from a Mustang in a F-150 without changing the cams.
Yep.
Right, but the cams on the F-150 give more torque.
They do.
Way more torque.
So you can, okay, let me rephrase that. You can put a Mustang F-150 or you can put a Mustang Coyote in a F-150, but you have to do wiring work and move coil wires and move injector wires from cylinders to fake it. So it believes it still has a F-150 engine in it. It's just firing the injectors and the coil packs at a different time.
I thought you just tuned it so it wouldn't care about it.
No, you have to change cams no matter what.
Well, no, I thought you could tune it so it would know to change the firing order.
As far as I know, they say you can't, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know a whole lot about Coyotes.
I think on a pre-17 you can.
Really?
Okay.
So I thought you could change the firing order in the tune.
And that's something else that you can't take a Voodoo because of the firing order and run it in a regular Mustang either. And you can't put a regular Coyote. Yep, you can't take a regular Coyote and put it in a GT 500 because of all that too.
You have to swap all the computers when you do that, and all the wiring and everything has to be swapped. Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, so
I bet it
there's a lot of shit.
Smoked chicken was fire. I bet it was. What'd you have with that chicken?
10 millimeter.
No, he had more because his wife came in for dinner.
I mean, he probably had 10 millimeter though.
That was dessert.
Shell, you know I have a 68 Roadrunner, right?
How's that coming along, Ford? I haven't got to ask you that since I've been back around.
It has.
I got ownership of it. That's all that matters.
That's the last thing I remember is you got it.
That's all that matters at this time. That is.
He hasn't had time to work on anything other than other people's stuff.
Because last time I saw y'all, all the stuff at your job was going on. You had got the Plymouth, and you were trying to get that car, the Ford Fusion, I think it was, that had been Cody swapped.
Ford Focus, and it was 302 swapped.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Was that MK1 Focus?
Yeah, it was a 03.
Yeah.
Hey fellas, just give me like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna go ring in the new year with the wife. I'm just gonna mute myself. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Actually, 91LX, I'm out of here. You guys have a great night. I hope everybody has a happy new year, and it's time for me to get off of here and go take a shower. I figured that I got the right amount of hot water. So you guys all have a good evening. I hope it all turns out great, and I'll catch you in the next one.
See you next
All right.
year.
Happy New Year, Ford Blue.
Yep. I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I'm going to put the wheels on the Comet. Have a good night and Happy New Year's, Brailsford.
Happy New Year, Ford Blue.
All right. I'll be right back, guys. Later, Blue.
Yep.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
No.
Hey, Brosford.
So
You're already in the New Year's, aren't you?
Nope, not yet. Like right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm an hour behind you. So
Same. We're
My
in that
wife's
good
been
time
New
zone.
Year for like an hour already.
I think the most exciting New Year's I've ever had is I was in Sardinia, Italy, and it was freaking insane.
And I will be right back because I left my phone in the garage. I'll be right back.
He cranked his car for us. Sounds pretty good.
Who did?
Mike Pinks.
Oh. Who's in here? We got Busatic, Mike's Garage. Okay.
How you been, dude? I ain't been around in a minute with all the stuff going on at work and blowing up my car again. And
I've been busy, man. Trying to. Right now, I'm doing arts and crafts because I'm a good dad. My son started painting this thing red, and he asked me to make it look like a boss, and I told him I would before I went to bed.
Nice.
So that's what I'm looking at. He said he was too small to do the stripes. So. Yep. Didn't think I'd be doing this on New Year's. Yeah, I was like, I'm still pretty young, but even like at my age now, like I used to stay up stupid late, man. And now, no desire. I get tired.
Yeah, I remember staying up to 6 o'clock every morning.
And morning, Victor. Or not morning. I guess it is morning technically here, but Happy New Year.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, no shit. You're awake and not sleeping, Brosford.
Well, I was telling him, you walked out. Like I promised my son, when we went to bed, they got these like kits for Christmas, these little car kits. And he started painting the Maddox started painting his all red, and he wanted it to look like a boss. So I told him I'd do it for him before I went to sleep. So
good for you.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm working
You're
on.
a better dad than I am. No, you're not.
I'm tired as hell. I'll tell you that.
I bet.
I'm gonna drop this sucker in here without getting paint all over my hand.
It's a whole 11:02, but I know I won't get woken up until like 4 o'clock in the morning by my dogs. That's why you look like you're concentrating then, because you're painting stuff.
I'm trying. I'm not an artist. That's for
No,
sure.
me either. So when I used to do when I was doing D&D back in the day, I used to paint figurines, and mine always looked like crap compared to most people's.
You played D&D?
I did for many years. I played first edition D&D, so if that tells you anything. I used to have all the books and the Dungeon Masters books and everything, and they all got stolen from me. And I haven't played since version 2. And now they're on some weird version, and they're going to like some 1 D&D, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
They made it too complicated. It used to be a good game, and now they're just trying to like.
The movie looks decent, the trailer.
No, it doesn't. Looks like another cash grab.
I mean, yeah, but
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm not.
I mean, a good monster design.
I'm not gonna go to the theater to watch it. I'm gonna wait till it comes out.
I'll just pirate it like a normal person.
At home.
How's that radiator holding up, Brosford?
For which one? The Boss or the Fox Body?
Which one did you put in last on the Boss?
I can't remember which. I think the Boss was probably the last one. Yeah. Yeah, the Boss had a leaky radiator. Luckily, Mishimoto they honor that lifetime warranty program. So
Yes,
Yeah, they do.
For what they charge for their radiators, they damn well better.
I don't think it's that much, right?
Yeah, compared to others, it is.
Well, let me put it this way. So the Mishimoto radiator, I think I got it for like maybe $2 something, high $2s.
Oh, you got it cheap then.
Maybe I can't remember. Maybe it was like 300, 350, who knows? Either way, what I didn't know when my boss radiator sprung a leak when some jackass dropped some road debris off his trailer, some like tile, and it took out my condenser and radiator. And I knew the condenser was bad, so I replaced that with a buddy, but I didn't know my radiator was leaking until I moved down here. And I did not know one of the unique features of the Boss was the radiator. I didn't know it had its own radiator other than the S197 GT one. And I found that out the hard way. And then when I went to go buy a new one, and it was like some ungodly amount of money.
Oh yeah, for a stock one, yeah.
But I ordered an OEM one because I was like, all right, it's a Boss. I got to keep it original. And I got it through American Muscle, and they sent it to me, and it came destroyed. Like the box was torn to pieces. There was gouges and like these looked like someone took their key and just went straight down it like 5 times on the radiator.
So
it was bad.
Is the
I
Boss
called them,
radiator-
man, and they're like, yeah, I called them, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll just overnight you another one, man, no problem. And I was like, okay, thanks. They said we can't overnight it till we get yours in, and I'm like, that makes sense, understand. At this point, my car had been on a jack stands for like 2 weeks. Well, another week and a half goes by, and I'm like, hey man, I call them. I was like, you guys told me you'd overnight me another one. What's going on? They're like, oh, we actually don't have any in stock. I was like, why would you not have checked that before you promised me one overnight? Like,
Well, they probably had them before yours got back.
I don't think the Boss ones are flying off the shelves. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But either way, they promised me one overnight, and I ended up having I couldn't wait anymore, man. My car had been sitting on stands too long, so I went with Mishimoto. And I guess I'm glad I did because it was the same cooling capacity. It actually looks nicer in my opinion.
Oh,
It looked
yeah.
like so.
They're better.
I need to look and
Motors are
see
better.
how much one would cost me because I probably should get away from the EcoBoost.
So the Boss 302 ran a 4-core?
I can't remember. I have to Google it.
I think it was. Yeah, it was bigger than the GTs. I know that. Oh, look who's back. The old man.
Yes, sir. Had to come in and say, dogs win.
Because they were playing a shitty team.
Motherfucker, they only won by 1 point.
And they were playing a shitty team. So what's that tell you?
We mean shitty team.
I don't follow college ball, Salty.
Oh, okay. Fucking Ohio State wasn't a shitty team.
Hell, that's what I was doing.
Anyway, they won by 1 point. It's 41-42. Thank God.
Well,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yep. Now I'm a happy motherfucker.
Because you have so much invested in that college team.
Dollars, no. But heartbeats, a lot.
Okay.
Well, happy New Year, Brailsford.
Now I can walk outside and have a damn cigarette, a joyful cigarette.
Yeah, I might order me the Mishimoto radiator for my car.
I'm surprised there's not more people.
Come on, girl. Let's go pee.
Here, we've lost a bunch of people, and Sublime's unfortunately at his in-laws' house, I believe.
Oh, he got mad at me earlier today for some reason.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Sublime?
Yeah, I don't know if he was mad. Maybe he wasn't mad. Maybe I'm looking too far into it, but
Which I've
Yeah.
never seen Sublime really get mad at too many people except for one person, really.
no, he ordered some strut covers, and he from the guy who I plugged because he helps me out, right? And the guy's an honest guy. He just his process takes a while, and I
Slow.
guess I don't know what's going on, but I guess he hasn't gotten them yet, and I don't know. I at first I said, well, you could message him because I'm just the pretty face of the company. I said, I'm not the builder. And then I was like, but for you, and then eventually I said, but for you, I'll message him because you're a friend or something like that. And I missed the part where he said, no, don't. And I'd already done it. So I guess he got a little upset at that. I don't know.
I mean, damn, he can't get mad at you. Hell, you don't own the company or make the products.
Nope.
Shit.
You're just a shill. That's all
Yeah,
you
I
are.
mean, you're just a spokesperson, or you're really just trying to help a buddy out.
Too, Fat Boy Fox.
Yeah.
You're in the
But
East Coast.
I don't do drama. So like,
No, I don't blame you.
I don't really sweat it.
Yeah, it's not worth all that shit, man.
I don't know that he's mad at you. I really don't think he is.
No, I don't think he was either. He was irritated. I could tell in his text.
Oh, well, he's irritated today, but it's not because of you. I can almost bet it's not you. It's he didn't want to go where he was having to go today. I wouldn't have either. I'm happy to be at home. I just wish my wife were here instead of in, she's already in 2023. Has been for half an hour or more. Hour now. Shit, it's been an hour. She's 2 hours ahead of me in the time zones, so. Which I wouldn't have thought the Dominican Republic was 2 hours ahead, but it is, apparently. It looks like it's almost straight down from, well, I guess it is straight down. It looks like it's straight down from the East Coast, but I guess it's slightly east of it. But I just hate being home alone on New Year's Eve.
You're not alone. We're here with you.
Huh?
So we're here with you.
Yeah.
We got your back there, Pinks. We got your back.
For sure.
I'm used to having. We don't do anything for New Year's, but at least we're usually together. So we can go to sleep early together, or we can stay up and at least wish each other Happy New Year's. But I'm home alone, other than the dogs, and they're just bitches to me because they miss their mom.
Oh, so they're pouting.
Oh yeah, one of them is really bad. She's Mama's girl, and that's the German Shepherd. That is Mama's girl. Blue's kind of my dog, so she's a Mama's girl because Mama's home more often. But when I'm home, she does not leave my side most of the time.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, how's the blueberry moonshine? Salty?
Salty's on mute.
See that? What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm trying to. I'm walking through. What shit? I'm walking through the house. My mom's talking to me, and I'm trying to get the dog to take her outside. So, Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll unmute 1 second outside.
What are you pounding on there, brother?
My son's damn car.
Let me see it. Show us the car.
Hold on, man. A freaking tire. We're having some drama here right now.
Wheel bearing failure.
Damn it.
Exactly what it is. The wheel was like super loose, so I assumed it wasn't going on, and then I realized, nope, it's sitting on. It's just really loose. Hold on. Let me get this last wheel on.
Maybe.
Man, when I was a kid, you could stand up on the toy cars; they wouldn't break.
This is one I'm building myself, so.
This is a model, right?
This is a wood one.
A wooden model. Oh, damn.
Well, it's not
That's
really
cool.
a model. It's like just a little. It's one of those stupid little like art or craft kits you pick up from like Lowe's or something like that.
Never done that before, so I've never seen them.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a soapbox derby car.
Yeah, Maddox painted it all red, and he wanted it to look like a boss. So I said, "Okay, I'll paint it. I'll paint the stripes."
Show that
before you
again.
do it."
I'm gonna full screen this. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, considering like I'm not an artist.
Oh yeah. I'm the same way. I'd have had to tape it all off and hopefully come up with something decent. That's not bad looking.
Appreciate it.
Definitely looks like a 302. Looks like a boss.
Oh fuck. Sorry.
I cannot remember. There it is.
Oh, so you guys were telling me I had unlimited hours on live streams with StreamYard, and you're right, I do for like actually streaming, but recording and keeping track of it, I'm maxed out at 50 hours, but I just get rid of them because they're already uploaded onto YouTube, so I don't need them to stay on StreamYard.
So, the giveaways I've done for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to redraw like 3 of those gifts because
they aren't answering?
They didn't reach out, and you know what? If I can do it again at my next live stream, and I'll do it to where the people who are in the live stream are who get it, then that's probably what I'm gonna do.
There you go. That'll work out.
Do you do your live streams again? When do you do your lives?
Tuesdays at 8 o'clock.
Oh, you're
3
Tuesday. Yeah, that's right.
It's easy to remember. It's 3:00 Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
3:00 Tuesdays.
usually there, so I haven't missed one in like over a month.
No, I mean I've been pretty bad lately because I've had things come up, so I've started stupid late lately. But
Oh yeah, you were late on the one last week. I wouldn't consider you late because you were on time for when you had it scheduled for.
Damn.
Which is late, but it's fine.
it was later than I wanted to start. I don't want to start that late.
I started this one at what 7:30, I think. So like almost 4 hours ago.
3 hours,
Damn, Johnny.
45 minutes, 27 seconds.
Yeah, I see that. And I said it was only going to go for an hour and a half tonight, but that's because I planned on talking to my wife on the phone at 9 o'clock, and they ended up going back out again. So that changed my plans, and we had a really good discussion going, and Ford Blue was talking, and it was like, yeah, we'll just keep it going. Fuck it.
Good night, Shell.
Who's got the fireworks going?
Salty.
Me.
Oh, okay.
They're popping everywhere around here,
Oh,
man.
yeah, they were earlier here, too, but it's not even New Year's yet.
It is here.
Well, it is.
We had a few
My
go off
dog
here.
is going crazy. My wife's dog is losing it right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
I just took my dog out. Boy, I tell you what, that's the fastest she's ever pissed and ran back to the house.
Oh, yeah. So at our old house and my old dog, so Kenzie, my black lab German Shepherd mix, and then Pepper and Fiona, or not Fiona, but Pepper and Fozzie. So Fozzie was my Pomeranian, and Pepper was a black lab. Oh God, I can't remember what she was mixed with.
This fucker over here must have a million bottle rockets.
Those three dogs could not handle fireworks at all. Freaked them all out. The two dogs I have now, they don't care. They'd probably be fine if I was outside firing my gun off, and they'd probably just stand there. Blue, loud noises don't bother her at all. Like the vacuum out, and Fiona doesn't like the vacuum. There's a sound to it that she doesn't like, and she just can't. She's scared of it. Blue walks up to it and tries to take it from me because it's in her way. You know, she doesn't care. She gets in my way while I'm vacuuming. She like stands there, and I'm like, "You need to move. I need to vacuum where you're standing." She doesn't care.
My Pomeranian, she don't like them damn things at all, buddy.
My Pomeranian hated them. But we found a trick for our dogs, like on 4th of July and New Year's when there were a lot of fireworks going off around us, is we took these old T-shirts I had, we cut them, we wrap them, put the dogs in them and wrap it around them kind of tight. And this is a trick we found online, and it actually helped a lot. It made them feel more comfortable because it was like held. It's the only time my dogs ever have any clothing on them.
It's crazy though, because as soon as I opened up the door, let her back in the house, she ran in the house and jumped up on the couch right beside my mom.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna head to bed.
Gonna head to bed. It ain't New Year. Well, it ain't New Year's where you at yet. You might as well stay up. Look, if you go to sleep before New Year's, your ass is gonna. Well, I don't know.
Well, if I stay up
tale.
at this point, I'm just gonna keep adding parts to my cart, and I'm already.
Stay up there.
It's okay. You can add them all. Just don't hit buy now.
Nothing like fantasy shopping for parts.
That's right. That's right. Just don't hit buy now, and you're good.
Well, that's the bad thing, though. It's not fantasy shopping. I'm having to build this thing, so it's all like, yeah.
What if I said that the parts you're buying are needed?
They are needed. I know they're needed.
And if you don't buy them, you'll go back to being the same loser with a slow car that everybody else is.
But the thing about it is,
I don't
the thing
drive
about
a
it is-
Coyote.
And the blue pill.
I know you don't drive a Coyote. That's why you keep losing.
The red pill You will buy these
I
parts.
have to mess with you, but
Well, you go back to being slow.
you know, Boost. What you could do
I'm
is
slow.
piss the internet off and take your little EcoBoost out and just build you a nice 421 stroker and put it in.
Oh God.
Just put an LS in it.
Come on now, boy. What's wrong with you?
Don't hurt me.
No, you put your 421 stroker in it on about a 300 shot of nitrous, and you go spanking all them coyotes that you racing.
I already do that for the most part.
But
if you go that EcoBoost straight, you'll spank a lot of coyotes, and they'll be like, "But I have a V8." Yeah, you have a non-performance enhanced V8.
There is a really nice what was it? I want to say it was like a 15 or 16. It was on that dude in Blue's channel, and it was a twin turbo 3.7 S550, and it was badass.
Yeah.
That dude I cannot watch. Oh my God, he gives me damn motion sickness.
Is that dude in Blue?
I cannot watch him, dude. No, I'm sorry, not that dude in Blue. What was the other guy's name? The dude that's got the car he called Blucifer. What was his name?
I can't watch that guy either.
Oh, what is this?
I love how Mishimoto ranks the intercooler.
Derek Barron, I think it's his name or some bullshit.
Derek Barron's.
Yeah. No, that dude in Blue, he lives right here in Georgia.
Dude in Blue's good. He's been around forever. He's been around for over 10 years on YouTube.
He's one of the original car vloggers.
Yes, he really is. Yeah.
For the car.
But I tell you what, for the number of subscribers he got per views he gets, he's way down on views. That dude's got well over 1 million subscribers, but you look at his videos, they're only like 200 something K views.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, damn.
That's because he doesn't do the things that some of the other car guys do that get all the views, where they do the crazy stuff. He reviews cars. He enjoys cars. I like the way he does his channel.
I'll tell you what, have you ever seen him film in person? I seen him down here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Dude, his film gear is freaking on another level. I'm telling you. Dude, he's got this damn thing that goes around the back of his neck and sits on his chest, and he's got this camera system that sits on it, and on the handles it's a remote. He can mash the buttons on either handle and it turns, and it's almost like, yeah, dude, it's bad as hell, man. I was like, check this dude out. Look at him taking this shit seriously.
That guy, Connor from Yellowhammer Garage, or Yellowhammer. Yeah, he had one. He let me play with it. I want one, but it's just.
Is that the Ronin from
Yeah.
DJI? Yeah, the DJI Ronin is badass, but it is not cheap.
Nope.
No, it's not cheap.
No, I know all their products.
Well, if you get I have the Osmo Pocket 2.
Oh, do you?
And I love that thing. Like,
I was thinking like getting an Osmo because I have all GoPro, but they're not the best.
Let
me ask you something. Is the Osmo
Pocket 2 is
the Osmo? Can you put an external mic on it and the sound will be okay?
Yeah,
should
Okay.
Don't they have the Osmo?
It's got so many cool features. Like, it's this little teeny thing. Like, I have the thing called Smart Tree where I can put my phone right next to it and have a bigger display. But I stopped using that a while ago because it's easier for me just to film without it and just using a joystick. But like, I can say you're in the video, right, and you're standing next to your car. I can select you, and it will automatically just track you and follow you.
Nice.
Really? Oh, that's cool as hell.
Do they have the Osmo 3 out? Or am
I don't know. Maybe by now.
Yeah, I thought about buying an Osmo because from all the things I'm reading, they are a better all-around camera than the GoPro. But the GoPro still ranks number one, but it lacks in a lot of features that it needs.
You know, the only reason why it ranks number one because of the number of them that are sold. That's it.
That is why. It also can produce the best film. It has with the new ones. They finally upgraded the processor on the 10 or 10. They finally put in an upgraded processor. It actually does better film, but it doesn't have all the features that all the other ones have now. Like I want that 360 one that is not the GoPro, but it can be a regular 360. What is? I can't remember what the name of it.
The Insta 360 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
it's damn. It's little bitty. It's like big as my pinky. Little bitty ass camera.
it's bigger than your pinky. But
No,
those
I'm
are really nice, and they're a top-rated camera. But I just don't feel like spending another $500 on cameras. I have plenty of cameras.
I absolutely have none, but I do got a GoPro 10, Hero 10, but I haven't even taken it out of the box yet.
Most of my camera work that I do in the garage is done with my old Sony A5000.
This dude up here must have a million bottle rockets. He's been shooting them some bitches off for 5 hours.
Who just dropped out? Oh, it was Mike. Okay, it was boosted it. He said he was moving anyway.
Mike Garage is he still here?
Yeah, he's on me. I was talking boosted it.
Oh, boosted it. I just wondered if Mike
I
Garage
just
still.
called him Mike because I knew him as Mike. So
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him Clifford now since he told me his real name.
that's not his real name. He had it legally changed.
I'm still gonna call him Clifford.
Clifton, actually.
I'm gonna call him Clifford.
Just
to
call
bug
him.
him. I'm just gonna call him Clifford to bug him.
Huh?
Get on his nerves. Say, you motherfucker, I ain't no Clifford.
Well, he's not. Never has been. Cliff, though. Cliff works for both Clifton and Clifford. Fireworks.
Brelford, I can't believe they won that game by
And
1
it's only
point.
11:25.
What game?
That damn Georgia Ohio State game.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it just ended, dude. Damn Georgia won by 1 point, 42 to 41.
Right now,
I
guys,
can't believe it, man.
it is 3 hours and 56 minutes. At 4 hours, I am shutting this down.
Good, because I'm going to bed.
Oh, you're not gonna stay on here till the clock hits midnight in your city?
No, I'm not, because I don't care, because it's just another damn day.
I
It hit
understand.
midnight. It's already hit midnight in New York City.
It's already my wife's already in 2023, so
Yeah, the peach has already dropped here in Georgia too.
yeah. I'm hungry too, and I need to get some food.
That's the one thing I'm not as hungry. Damn, I ate that large peach. I didn't eat the whole
I
damn thing, but I
hardly
felt like I did.
So I'm gonna go make some nachos in the microwave because I'm a cheap. And when I say nachos, I'm gonna go put some tortillas on a plate and put some cheese on them and melt it. That's basically it. Some hot.
Got to throw some got to throw some chili, some lettuce. Some
I don't have all
tomatoes, some
that, Jack
onions.
Glass. I don't have it all.
That shit sounds good right now.
So I'm gonna go throw some cheese if I even have it. If I don't, then I'm gonna figure out something else.
Well, since you're gonna end it, I'm gonna go ahead and end it for myself then.
Yep, might as well.
Everybody on the panel, you guys have a happy new year. Be safe wherever you're at. If you're on the road driving, get you an Uber. Do not drive home.
You have a good one, Salty.
If you've been drinking, y'all take care, guys. Everybody in the chat, happy new year. We'll talk to y'all
Happy
later.
New Year, Salty, man.
Happy New Year.
You about done with that car there, Brelster?
I'm done. I'm just waiting for you to end it. I'm going to go to bed.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to take off as well. You guys have a happy New Year's.
Thanks for coming in, Mike.
Happy New Year, Mike.
Mark, appreciate it.
Thanks for having us
Have
up,
a
Pinks.
great New Year's, and I'll see you probably tomorrow on a live stream somewhere else.
See you guys tomorrow.
Later, guys.
Later.